Hello and welcome to the Free Cheese episode 254. I'm your Joe Dix, joined by Matt Zellner.
Hello.
Marc Augustiniak.
Hey.
Ben Barris.
Duh.
The Free Cheese is a weekly video game podcast about video games, brought to you once a week by thefreecheese.com. Here we are. We made it to another one. 254 to be exact. Do you know that? Why are you making that face?
We made it. I mean, it's been a short week here.
Shh, they don't know that. They don't know that.
Well, it felt like a short week.
They don't want none.
How about that?
I know. You listener don't know the difference, but we are recording a little bit early because I slipped off to the beach this weekend.
How was it?
It was great. I had such a good time.
Yeah.
You know why? Because I was able to give my friends some meats.
Oh no!
That's right. Pocket meats.
My favorite kind of meat.
All right, so you're gonna learn about some personalities here. Or you're gonna learn how much your friends really care about you.
Wait, is this like a test?
No. It's more of a character reveal. Matt and I made a stop on the way home today before the podcast, and as we're checking out, they had Slim Jims at the checkout. And I know that Matt and I have had long, lengthy discussions about Slim Jims and how I've warned him, do not buy Slim Jims because they're bullshit. They trick you into buying them because you're like, I haven't had one in a while. You buy it, 2 bites in, you're like, that's why. Mm-hmm. So I bought one for me and one for him as a joke, based on our inside joke. He steps up right after me to make his purchase and goes, you know what? I'm going to get one because I want them to have one too. So who really cares about you? Not me, apparently.
Whoops.
I know. Boom, boom,
Thanks.
boom.
Thanks.
Some fucking dried meat. Yes.
This is literal pig anus.
I know.
And it's gonna taste
of
like
course,
newspaper.
I can't fucking open
And
mine.
I
God
can
damn
never
it.
open these.
Oh, bottom part. Go to bottom.
Hell yeah.
Okay, I got it.
We bought the little ones though, so
Ugh.
So it's not as sufferable.
Tastes so good when it hits the lips. Once it hits the lips.
yeah. There it is. Well, we don't have to do
A little ASMR for y'all.
another Samus Metroid remake. Is that? Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
It is ASMR, right?
I'm also really hungry, so it tastes really good.
See, the thing is, like,
Agreed.
why is Slim Jim so shiny? Because I've eaten
Grease?
beef jerky
Yeah,
all
they
the
dip
time.
them in grease.
See all this grease in there?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
of course it
Be
is.
careful not to touch your fingers and then touch your skin.
Or your ears?
I use the wrapper. Like I'm eating like a Mickey
Yeah,
D's
yeah,
bird,
yeah.
you
Don't
know?
let the wrapper touch your face, otherwise you'll be broken
Yeah.
out for a month.
Don't touch your ears either.
Is that what it is? They just lather it with grease? Makes sense.
It must be.
Burns.
I draw lines under my eyes when I play.
No!
Oh, is that what you have?
Especially don't touch your eyes.
Beef
No,
jerky's
lines
big.
under the eyes to keep the the TV glare out.
It's a good chapstick.
Beef
Damn, that was
jerky is
good.
dope. Beef jerky is very dope.
Very
Slim
dope.
Jims, they're alright.
Slim Jims are fine.
This is the thing.
Really
I
This
wouldn't
is
call this jerky though, because you're not. It's not.
I wouldn't
it's not
either.
Dry.
And here's another part. I want another one right now.
I know, dude.
But I know I will get halfway through that one and I'll go,
That's
fuck
'cause-
you.
That's because it's a ConAgra Foods, man. It's got that GMO to get you addicted.
Slap into a Slim Jim. Remember those days?
Of course I
that
do.
dude was in Dave
Yeah,
Meter
did I not?
BMX.
Did I not talk about that cup I had?
Oh yeah, you did.
Of his
Yeah.
face?
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yes. I kind of really want to see that.
So we leave there and we're driving home separately. And I
Stop being friends.
see what appears to me to be David Schwimmer. And
You saw a giraffe?
yes, and I'm cackling. I'm like, that guy looks like David, like a lot like David Schwimmer. Having a great time. I leave David Schwimmer's vicinity, drive around the corner, and I see a taller version of 13-year-old Ben. This kid's walking to
72 was 5'6", not
Well-
5'5".
right.
Yeah.
Now, he was not, as he got closer, I want to preface this now, he turned out not to be Ben. Very much not to be Ben, and you'll soon find out why.
Okay.
But when I first glanced, I went, oh shit, he's got the same beanie Ben did.
The Jack Skellington one?
That's what I thought. Kid is wearing black beanie with a big white skull on it, black t-shirt with white logo on it, and black pants. When I got a little bit closer, noticed he had the wallet chain. And the hangy parts on the right, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I was like, all right, Ben didn't go that far.
I didn't.
Wallet chain, I think.
Nah, I just had the fat wallet.
All right,
Iron
fair.
Maiden wallet. Yeah.
Correct. I look a little bit closer. That's not Jack Skellington on his hat. That is just a weird... I don't know what that is, but it's not Jack Skellington. Then I look down at the shirt. What... If I said to you, goth kid, daylight, walking, black shirt, what are the things you expect to be on that shirt?
Hello Kitty.
Okay.
Well, that's one direction.
That's
What
one.
is it? Is it like a music thing or?
That's a good
That's
direction
where I
to
went.
head
That's
into,
where I
right?
went.
Like, you start thinking about the types of clothes that you would wear.
Yeah, like Invader Zim,
Right, there you go. You're on the right track.
Naruto.
What if I told you it was Jim Parsons with Bazinga written beneath,
Oh Jesus Christ!
which tells me this is an early stage goth.
You saw this in your car.
Well, I saw it. He was on the street. I was in my car.
Did you go on the curb?
No. I got his phone number just by driving up and talking to him. We're best friends now.
Okay.
Yes. No, I just looking at him. He's an early stage goth. He's just now becoming goth, but he doesn't have many black clothes, so he needs to. What black T-shirts do I have? Well, this is the one I'm wearing on Thursday.
The Big Bang edgy.
It was something.
I don't know. He inspired me to get one. So I missed this, by the way. He's seeing all this shit on the road.
Matt was like bumper to bumper with me. I don't know how he didn't.
Joe has eyes for characters.
I'll tell you why. Because I'm fucking jamming out in my car to Andrew WK ready to die.
As you should be.
Oh, that's why, because you're constantly punching and headbanging at the same time.
Dude, that guy probably heard, because I did have my windows cracked. That guy probably heard me and was like, dude, that guy gets it.
He's like, bazooper.
He saw me in these dark blue sleeves. He probably thought I was one of him.
Yeah.
I do kind of want that shirt, though.
The Bazinga shirt?
Yeah, dude, it's a black and white Bazinga shirt.
Okay.
Just
Jim
go to
Parsons on
just
it.
go to your local carnival. You can win one probably.
It's true. We could probably make some in TKO if you want.
I'm not that good of a draw. Mark, I need you to draw Jim Parsons.
I'm not sure if you want me drawing.
We need to. That's what we need to do. We need to get better at building the bank for what we're gonna walk into TKO with. Because I always sit down and just end up drawing a fucking dick or a
Don't we all?
pentagram. Yeah.
Second time around, I end up.
Yeah,
it's fun
second
though.
round it
It's
comes.
fun though.
Pentadick.
I will give you 15 slogans of
Oh,
different
yeah.
versions of Bazinga, though.
Bazooper, Zimbabwe, Bojangles,
That's
Pizza Bagels,
Barcelona, one of them.
Dippers.
God, that show fucking sucks. I have to watch it every day.
every day.
Every fucking day, dude.
Wow.
Because I don't know about you guys when you eat food.
Yeah.
I don't
I eat
don't
it.
need to like
You just hear.
something in front of me, whether it's TV or porn. I just I stare at my food
Yeah.
and I go to town on it.
I more listen than anything else.
No, me it's like I want my
It's like-
food, that's it.
It's
All
like,
right.
That's
right,
it.
right before that savory bite. It's just the whole universe. Shit.
I've always been the communal food eater. I'm eating, but I'm also talking to who I'm eating with.
No, that's
It's a
fine.
gath-
That's fine.
But you've always been a little different. Ben will not Ben doesn't drink. Ben just
oh yeah, I
eats.
don't drink when I eat.
You don't drink
You're
until the
right.
very end of the meal.
I do that sometimes.
I don't drink either. I forget about my drink or a beer or whatever.
It's get as much food down as quickly as possible, and then drink water, a whole glass or a bottle, to just settle on top of
Yeah.
it and
Sounds
marinate
done.
all the food. That's the Ben. But I don't need to watch anything, but I like a good conversation.
No, that's different. I can have a conversation. That's different. I'm talking
Yeah.
like when me and Faith are eating dinner, both done work. She's the person that she needs to watch something when she eats. Like there's been times I'll bring like 5 guys home after a night of drinking, and all I want to do is fucking eat food. And she's sitting there like, hold on, I want to find something. It's like I'm gonna start
Oh,
eating.
wow.
I'm gonna start eating. I'm gonna
Yeah,
start
no, I
eating.
don't have that.
This pat's getting cold.
Yeah, I'm
babe.
eating now. Fuck this.
I've got that at bedtime. I'm not gonna fall asleep without a TV show on for bed. But eating.
When I'm home, I'll do that with YouTube. I'll catch up on whatever.
No, that's different.
But-
So last
yeah.
night,
But that's just me by myself. That's
Yeah.
2 nights ago, cooked, made pork belly, rice.
Oh, nice.
Dude, I gotta give you the recipe.
Yeah, man, hit me up.
it's a pork's belly. That's
Yeah.
it.
you just eat it raw.
I should really like pork belly in a salad with a balsamic vinegar.
You should have had this Japanese style. I mean, it was. I'll give
All right.
that.
All right.
Not for
Fucking
you.
nerds, man.
Dude.
Oh my god.
So good, but that was 2 nights ago. I made it. When I'm done making it, I carry both plates to the. I plated it very carefully walked it into the dining room. We sat and we ate and looked at each other. Yeah, Gordon Ramsay style.
Yeah,
You get it.
I know.
This guy fucks. Last night was leftover pork belly. Katie's getting work done. So I fucking reheated everything. I made rice fresh. Can't reheat rice. Come on, everybody knows
baloney.
that. Made fresh rice and then put the leftover pork belly on top of it. I handed her a bowl, said, enjoy your work. I walked to the living room, popped on some SGDQ, shoveling shit into my face. That's how it goes. So yeah, I'll do the YouTube
Something
catch
like that
up.
I can do.
I'll watch something when I eat, but I'm saying that like Faith, she needs like some kind of thing going on. When I was up in Jersey, I would legit cook myself dinner, not even sit in the fucking table. I would just eat at the counter. Silence.
Standing?
Yeah.
Standing
Just
up?
food. Standing.
Yes.
Standing.
Just like
Katie
a
and I had
sim.
to-
Just like a
fuck.
sim.
You
Just like
fuck.
the Sims.
You get it.
Fuck tables.
No, there have been nights where that's happened,
Yeah.
where we just stand in the kitchen and like you just finish, you sit there and you just eat the whole thing and you go, okay, I'm gonna go lay down for a while.
You just put your plate on the floor. And
Yeah.
walk away.
Did you drink while cooking?
Huh?
Did you drink while cooking?
I mean, I have.
You fuck. You get it. You get it,
That's
dude.
every weekend, man. I'm like, I'm cooking dinner for me and
get
Faith.
it.
I'm cooking something on the grill. Come on.
He's good at a lot of things one-handed. That's what we're getting at here.
I get it.
That's what we're getting-
Dude, I want to fucking another Slim Jim. God damn it.
I know.
Dude, that was a good
all right,
slim.
Do you want me to throw mine up?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Mama
So
bird?
here's, I don't want to get too in the weeds here. Because you bring up the grill, and I've already thinking about grill. I think I might grill some hot dogs tonight. So if you want to run to the Target after this,
Dude,
get yourself a couple of Slim Jims.
dude.
Have a couple of hot dogs.
I say, don't have the hot
don't
dogs.
even get the hot dog. Get the bun and reheat some Slim Jims on the fucking grill, dude.
By the way, you can reheat rice.
I
Just add
know.
water to it.
All right, so
Oh, wait, really?
Salt
I
and salt.
know you two are
Good call.
Ben and Joe are in long-term relationships.
Yes.
Me and Victoria, not quite as long, but I know she's a keeper.
How long you two been dating?
We're getting close to a year, dude.
Long enough.
Yeah, it's good.
I thought you were about to say 2
Going
weeks.
on 30 years with this hand here. I'm just saying, fellas.
Dude, high five with the hand. There it
Yeah.
is.
I get it.
Dude, God bless her. Every once in a while, I just show up at her house, and she has a twin pack of the long Slim Jims just waiting there for me.
Oh boy.
One leg up on the table.
The twin pack. Dude, Slim Jims are good.
I'm not
So
doubting that.
So back to the story here. I'll fucking just grab us 4 of the twin pack Slim Jims, and we'll call it a dinner.
Okay, sure. You can call it a dinner. I'll have actual dinner.
Hey,
She
whatever
gets
works.
me. You guys don't get me. She gets me.
Well, that's
I'm not doubting it. Beef
that's
jerky's dope.
That's good.
That's what it comes down to. Fried in grease, Slim Jim way.
What's
Anyway, Ben, do you like getting hot dogs on your face?
What?
Let me tell you what I
Sorry,
did.
just a get?
Now, all right.
What's going
so
on here?
Are you familiar with the very famous GIF?
Oh,
of
the girl, it's like, oh, I announced it, I'm single. And then it's like all the hot dogs.
all the hot dogs hit her in the
Yeah,
face.
yeah.
So we have a Greek friend at work.
Probably,
And
probably went to the same church.
yeah, I
Seems like
legit.
Christos or something.
He does,
Angelo.
He does love The Office, I'll tell you that.
and he knows your cousin. Legit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Roxaxatolos.
the other day in our group chat, Matt types in, he searches for a GIF. He types in the word Greece just to find whatever he can find. One of the top results is that woman getting hit in the face with fucking hot dogs.
Oh, okay. No
Don't know what it
doubt.
has to
No
do with
doubt.
Greece.
No
but-
doubt.
Do you know
Yeah, you
her?
never seen the... Oh, yeah, it's
course he
Christ, my
does.
cousin. Dude, that's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Oh
what it is.
boy.
Oh my god.
Is her name SK? I don't. Is it SK or is it Parquet? What is
SK.
it?
It's definitely
I
SK.
get it. SK.
Yeah, it's like the brand. Yeah, that's the Camden Yards one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Dope dogs.
Look, I might not know Greece, but I know Camden Yards. Dude, the Orioles fucking suck. Can we just talk about that for a second?
Yeah, I thought that we would
haven't had
talk
your
about
sports
that.
update in a
I was
while,
going to
so-
bring that up.
Yeah, one. Stanley Cup championship shirt right here.
There you
Finally came in the mail. Spent way too much money after the fact. Now that I realized that, I may have been drinking when we ordered this shit.
Oh,
Whatever.
who cares? It's a
It's
memory.
fine.
Enjoy it.
That's what the Capitals credit card's for, right? The Discover one. No, I went to the Orioles game on Tuesday. It's just fucking depressing in there. There's all these green seats.
Oh, wow.
No one's fucking cheering. I'm not even cheering. Like, I'm not even invested in the game. I'm just talking to my sister casually, and then we look over like, oh shit, we're winning 2-0. Yay. And then we look over in the bottom of I think the 6th or the 7th on Tuesday. They're losing all of a sudden. You're like, Oh shit, another loss. Just added to the fucking loss column because this team fucking blows. If
not
we don't
good.
get the number 1 draft pick, which is given to the worst team that year, I'm gonna be a little upset. I kind of want us to lose in a way. It's kind of sad, but I just know for the future of the team,
They
we
need
it.
to learn.
Yeah, dude, it's
Son of a
it's
bitch.
all. It's the same fucking team from last year too. That's what I don't understand.
Can't win them all, I guess. Wait a minute, Capitals these are Discover, not Capital One.
Capital One Arena to play in though.
Okay,
But no, the NHL partners with Discover.
all right.
Yeah, the fucking world sucks, man. It fucking sucks. But I'm gonna keep drinking these orange natty bows and these bleacher beers, and just go on with my life.
Next year, right?
I'm going to the game on Saturday, so.
There you go. You went. on
Oh
Saturday.
yeah, I went. Got my Hawaiian shirt. Had
correct.
a luau.
Look at that.
Fucking all you can eat hot dogs. I'm just gonna get them thrown in my face, Greek style, and and eat some pork and drink some beers, obviously.
As you should. I guess.
Pork and beers.
Pork and beers, that Weezer song, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys playing any video games this week?
I don't know what that is, man. I just know what food is.
I know about food and video games. Matt, how's Mario Tennis Aces holding up?
I like the game.
Okay, that's a different change from last week.
I like the game. Tomorrow night, I might fucking hate the game. I don't
Alright.
know. It just depends on the night. I actually I played the adventure mode.
Oh,
I played it in
so you
one.
must be. You got a long way to go in that, right?
Oh yeah. So I played it in one night.
Okay.
Funny enough, it took me 2.5 hours to 3 hours. The story, which I said, typical fucking Mario story. Wario and Waluigi find some cursed fucking thing. Luigi holds it and unleashes some fucking cursed thing across the Mario Kingdom.
As he does.
And Mario needs to find his friends, and he goes through all these things. He goes to a desert temple, he goes to the forest, he goes to a Boo Mansion. All the typical Mario tropes, right? It starts to get repetitive by 4 and 5, and then the adventure mode ends with a doubles match and then a singles match. You get to play a little Daisy and Peach.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's not just Mario the whole way through. It's a little Daisy and Peach in there.
All right.
That's cool.
It was actually cool to play my first doubles match in Mario Tennis in adventure mode.
Dude.
And it made me want to play a little bit more doubles tennis. And I need friends to do that.
Well, you said
So-
Daisy, so.
So I can't wait for the next hangout.
Okay, there you go. I was gonna say because you're asking for friends to play, but you spent all of last week convincing the three of us never to buy that game.
No. I really no. I want to hang out. I just want to play some tennis. Whether it's I bring my Switch over and me and you, Joe, or me and you, Mark, or Ben, or whatever. Just we can hop online co-op and face another two, whatever. I don't know what the servers look like at this point. I'm not sure if it's going to be easy to find a game or not. But I just want to play some more doubles.
It definitely sounds like a game in person, like how like Ben was explaining, just.
Yeah, and then they got the
Locals
swing
did.
mode. They got the swing mode, which is essentially Wii Sports, the tennis mode, where it's just you're just worried about
Is it
swinging.
really that exact?
I have not played it, so
'Cause-
I don't know.
That's what. Did you ever see that video online of the for Wii Tennis where it's the partners or doubles, and then the two up front are just hitting it back and forth super quick, but their hands are just sporadic.
I mean, I imagine it can be like that because you're not in control of your character. You're literally just worried about swing.
That's
so it very well could be like that.
Donkey Kong.
So
I mean, knowing how accurate the Joy-Con's been with
Yeah.
that thing's pretty
Just love
impressive.
to see Donkey Kong just.
Yeah.
So yeah, I let me tell you what. As much as I kind of loved and then shit on the game, I keep coming back to that tournament mode, man.
Anytime I look at my Switch, if you're not playing that game when I sign onto my Switch, then you were just on within hours. Which, to be frank, the last few months when I do that, you are days without logging on, or it just says offline. You just haven't been on your Switch at all.
Yeah.
So to see you actively in it, even a week after is.
Look, I've come into the terms where it's if you're looking for this casual single player experience, this is not the game for you. I will wait for a sale, maybe, just because the adventure mode is fun. It definitely challenges you in different ways. There's both matches, One of the highlights is there's a match. There's actually a couple things on a boat, and the fucking sail pole is in the middle of the court. So you can do weird things where like you can bounce it off the pole and it goes like back to the same side. Like there's a little bit of strategy involved. There's nothing major, but like either trying to avoid it or maybe even use it in your way. The different courts. There's a cool little like puzzle like Boo's Castle like. I think Super Mario World, like Boo's Castles those levels were always puzzles. Like the Mario Tennis one is a little bit of a puzzle. Like you have to kind of like, pay attention to which mirrors you hit first. It's if you play the level, you kind of know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I mean it was fine. It's just it was short. But let me say, as someone who played the 5 parts of that, it definitely got repetitive by part 5. So it maybe ended at the right time.
Right.
I don't know. There just needs
welcome.
Yeah, it maybe it needs more level variety or whatever. But there was at first when I started it, there was this mechanic of leveling Mario up and getting these rackets and putting the rackets in a certain order. So as they break, you go to the next one, and each racket had their different attributes, and it was like, holy shit, this game got customizable rackets for each character. This could be something.
Yeah.
And then you go back to tournament, and you're like, oh, that's right, each character just is stuck, whatever.
So they do have different rackets, but they're not.
Yeah, you are playing optional levels because the world is literally like Super Mario World, where like you go from like stage to stage, and there's different branching paths, and like they have their dead ends, of course, but like you get back to the main path, but those dead ends are like, you know, they help Mario level up, whether that to increase his speed, his shot power, or you know his agility or whatever. Or to earn those different rackets, so that way you have more like racket lives for the adventure mode. Which there was a couple times where I broke my racket, and I was genuinely surprised that the AI was able to do that. But yeah, I mean, it was a short little thing. I would say adventure mode is not the star of the show here. It's definitely like the online play.
So to that, there was that interview with Reggie from Waypoint at Vice, which I think the big headline out of that interview is everyone's talking about they officially acknowledged the fact that people want to have Waluigi in Smash. Yay. What I found really interesting in that interview was Austin Walker asked Reggie about online play and the competitive scene and what that looks like moving forward, and that they were supporting Smash Ultimate at E3. They've been doing these tournaments, the Splatoon World Championship, and what they're doing moving forward. And Reggie not only brought up Smash, not only brought up Splatoon 1 and 2 and what they've done in the tournament scene for both of those, he mentioned Evo by name, and how they support that to make sure that the rules are what they set and let the community, you know, all of that. But then he said that Mario Tennis Aces is something they're looking at for competitive. Does that give you any hope for like the longevity of this game, the online updates, if any, or like what's
that headline by itself made me want to get better at the game.
Just the fact that there might
just the fact that there actually might be an esports scene.
Yeah, they're
like,
definitely aware of whatever issues.
I don't know, man. It's a combination like of one, like I did play tennis in high school. I think I mentioned this last week. It's just I have a natural tendency of like general tennis strategies, and then you bring in the fighting meter, which is a different like thing, and I love that meter aspect of it. And you know, every time I'm at the point now where I'm not getting so mad when I lose online. It's just, you know, I got to the semifinals and lost to a better opponent, or I got even to the finals of that tournament mode and lost to an opponent that was probably better than me.
Sure.
And you know, and I'm seeing them play, and I'm learning a different like, oh, well, they're playing that way, and they're building their meter a little bit better. They're using trick shots a little bit more than I am, because they're able to time it. So like I'm aware of that strategy being a thing, and I kind of want to get better at that. And honestly, I feel like if I got better at that, dude, I might be at a fucking Evo or
Going
E3.
Pro. You could become the Mario Tennis Aces Team Liquid player. Look at that,
dude. That would be the dream. You know, just make money playing Mario Tennis.
I mean, don't they have Windjammers at Evo?
Hell yeah.
So that Mario Tennis should be right next to it.
Yeah, but I want to be there. That's the thing. Like that game's gonna be there, but I need to be there.
If you want to talk about smelly conferences and don't want to go to QuakeCon because it smells bad,
But
Do you know the fighting game community? Specifically
but
Smash,
what if
any
I-
Nintendo product?
So you're paying to be there. What if
Oh, yeah.
I got paid or won money being there?
That's
you know?
true. Just wear a surgical
No,
mask.
I don't think I'm that good, but
Scented.
you know, it's that feeling where like I really like the feeling of winning the game. I really like the feeling of like outsmarting an opponent when I know someone that's even with me or something like that, or even the game that I don't deserve to win because I won a couple of lucky points or whatever is just like, fuck you, man. That's tennis.
Yep.
Yeah, and then what I've been doing lately after I completed adventure mode, just to kind of keep things fresh, I've actually been trying to win the tournament mode with different types of characters, and then I hope to branch that into every character. I've won 5 tournaments so far. I've won most of them with Waluigi. I did a cheap one with Boo because I just had to play with the meta one time. Most recently, I think I won one with Yoshi, the speedy character.
Okay.
And now I'm trying to get good with the power characters like your Bowsers and Decays and even
Fat
Spike
boys.
and Wario's. Yeah, so I've been playing a lot with Bowser lately. I've even played with Spike. Spike's unique because he's so small. He's a little bit faster than most characters, but he doesn't take up as much of the court as a Bowser does. Like Bowser, you can kind of fucking sit in the middle and just kind of hit everything in a weird way.
He's dope.
But if you honestly, they're different strategies to get past Bowser that I've learned. Yeah, I just have fun just playing as different characters and seeing how far I can get in the tournament mode. And most of the time, that's in here bragging, but I get to the semifinals.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
A question about Boo.
He's the fucking worst.
How come he's able to face everybody?
Yo, that's a good point.
What do you mean face everyone?
Whenever you face the Boo, they're all like, "Hey, you can't see me."
Unplayable.
Yeah.
Unplayable.
Yeah, he is
Unplayable.
literally
Bullshit
unplayable.
game.
They broke the
Unplayable.
lore. They
Yeah.
just want the point.
Wow. Get Reggie on the phone.
Called.
I'm all for booting that fucking character because he sucks to play against, man. Let me just show you one slice.
Who were you playing as the other day?
I had to win one with the meta.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I could do it with Rosalina. Rosalina's the same exact way, but I just see more people because Boo's cooler.
Hell yeah, he's cooler. He's a ghost.
Of course. So, yeah, that's why I see Boo all the time and not
One would say
Rosalina.
Boo was the real shy guy.
Matt, what else you been playing?
I mentioned the Steam sale last week. I dived into one of those games, Quantum Break.
I saw you playing that yesterday.
Dude,
I just
that
said
game
your
is
name and then Quantum Break.
fucking wild. So it is a third-person action game that is very story and narrative heavy.
Okay.
Remedy.
If you remember when they were talking about the game, it is a game, and then depending on your decisions, there is a show kind of mixed in to the fold.
All I remember about that game is a lot of like
You
contrast, like really bright white with like black,
Huh.
and then that guy from Spin City.
Yeah, what happened to him?
I don't know.
Did he die?
Well, apparently not. He's
Michael J.
hanging
Fox
out
is
in
alive?
not Michael J. Fox, Alan something, or was his character's name Alan? I'll look that up while you.
Yeah,
He's
I don't
been
know what you're
known
talking
movies,
about.
too.
Bring that up.
Are you talking about the guy who played as Iceman in the X-Men movies? The main dude? The protagonist?
Is that what he's from?
We'll work on this.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, the main character is that actor.
So, I've gone through. So the game, it is very distinct in telling you, like, hey, you're in Act 1.
Alan
You're
Ruck.
Oh, he's
Littlefinger.
Dude, Ferris Bueller.
He's not Littlefinger.
He's fucking Littlefinger.
He's
It's not
not
Littlefinger. It's not
He's not
Littlefinger.
Littlefinger.
Littlefinger's from Fifth Element. It's that dude.
He's also
Wait, who's that?
in.
That's not. He's in Quantum Break. That's not him.
The dude who plays Littlefinger was in Batman.
Yeah, right.
Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, he was. Wait, who is that?
Have you seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
Yeah.
His friend, his best friend.
Yeah.
Fry.
Where he pretends to
Fry.
he pretends to be his dad or whatever. He's like,
Yeah.
Mickey, Mr. Rooney.
Love that movie.
So wait, is he in this game? I haven't seen him yet. If he
Yeah,
is.
but he's also in Spin City. Yeah, that was a good show.
I'm talking about the main dude.
Yeah, the main
Shit.
dude.
The main dude is the dude.
He plays as Iceman in the
yeah,
X-Men movies.
yeah.
I don't know his name.
I don't remember his name either.
If only we had some kind of device that could connect
Yeah, I don't
to
know,
like
man.
some kind of global network and give us answers immediately.
That's all military stuff. We can't.
Yeah, you're right though.
So,
He might not be in this game. I might be totally fucking wrong.
I thought I was Littlefinger, so just gonna throw that out there.
I mean, he might have little fingers.
So I've played through all of Act 1 in that game, and I've played through 2 parts of the playable version of Act 2.
Okay.
The game so far through 1 act, I'm not sure if Act 2 is going to follow the same pattern, but the game follows a pattern of 3 playable parts where like it is a third-person action game with some weird time-shifting elements, and I'll get into those later.
Fuck me. So the guy who plays Littlefinger is in Quantum Break.
I know he's in.
I mistook him for Alan Ruck. Very good.
Wait,
Yeah,
Alan Ruck?
I
And
knew
vice
Alan-
versa with Matt.
I knew Littlefinger was in Quantum Break as the dude who's playing it and watches Game of Thrones. Anyway.
No, but you whipped up
It's funny
Fry from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. That's why.
Yeah,
Sean Ashmore, that's the main dude in Quantum Break, right?
That's who you were, Ben. That's what you were trying to figure out.
Yeah, that's what I was
Okay.
trying to figure out. I was like, how did you
All right.
get this confused?
I'm really sorry.
Because that's it. Yeah.
Got that settled.
So,
Got it.
broken up in different sections, at least from the first act. The first act is 3 parts that are all playable. And then it went to this junction part, which was this 10-15 minute playable thing, but there is a major choice involved in that junction. And what's weird is the first 3 parts of Act 1 were all with the Sean Ashmore. His name is Jack Joyce, if I remember right, the main protagonist of the game. The junction part happened with the antagonist of the game, and I don't remember his name to save my life. It's Littlefinger, though, from Game of Thrones, that we've just learned.
Well, he's good at being a villain.
I think it's like Paul Simon? It's something like
Paul
that.
Simon?
No, not Paul Simon.
Pecunia finger.
Paul Serene.
Paul Serene, that's it. You play as him for this 10-15 minute little segment, which you make it the major plot decision on how the rest of the game shakes out. And then cue the 20 to 15 minute Quantum Break show.
Right. That's interesting.
Right, this is a whole TV show.
Yeah.
It's nuts. As you're playing, there's different things you are doing. There's like each part, it even labels like the narrative elements, and it tells you like, hey, you've examined 8 of 13 narrative elements, and you may miss all of them. I usually get most of them, but I don't get all of them. There are different things that you may see in the world that may impact the later game, and there was one scene that was in particular, like you're with your brother and he solves an equation. In the show, I think that there's someone that acknowledges like, oh hey, by the way, someone solved the equation last night. That was fucking weird. Like, it might not be major, but it's acknowledged at the least. And the story, it's a physics-based story about what if someone managed to create a time machine, but when they were trying to create it, they created a major black hole, and the end of time was a matter of days away. And it gets weirder because the antagonist, obviously the one who creates the time machine that breaks, he knows about the time machine, so he's kind of going back and forth, or a version of him is going back and forth in time. In like the part 2 or part 3 of the first act, you realize that with him traveling forward in time, or with this point of time, he travels back to make a company to try and fix his or control his break in the black hole to allow time travel to be available for everyone. Your protagonist has a physicist, this brother, who is kind of opposed to this, and in real time, as it is happening, all your brother wants to do is just cancel the black hole and just make time normal again. So it's not really necessarily a good versus evil. It's just 2 opposing sides going against each other with the same same issue.
They both believe they're right.
Correct.
Everybody always thinks they're the hero in their own story.
Sure.
Yeah, and I think that's where like the antagonist like major decision comes in, is to try to make you realize that like, hey, he's trying, and it kind of does point that in the right direction. Is like he's trying to do that for his own, not like a selfish right reason, but for a reason that he believes in. And the character you play as, you're kind of unknown or kind of new to the simulation or to the situation. You're also childhood friends with the antagonist.
Okay.
And you're trying to acknowledge what he's doing, but at the same time, there is a motive that happens later on in Act 1. I don't want to spoil if you start playing it, that makes him not want to work with him anymore.
Right. It's like
so it's just two different viewpoints. I think they're both right on the same issue, and like you more align with the protagonist because of the things that happen, but like you can also see why the antagonist is trying to do his thing.
That's cool.
And so the TV show is dope. It actually is well acted, in my opinion. It's not super corny. It's not like you're watching Resident Evil 2 cutscenes or anything like that.
Hey.
Hey, now.
Why'd he bite me?
No. You know, at least the first episode of the TV show played more on the minor characters, the one you're not playing as. And it generally made me care about those characters in ways I didn't think I would. It's just fucking wild. Now the actual gameplay part of it, you're not coming for
Is that a screenshot or is that a character
that's a
model?
screenshot.
That's a screenshot.
That's a screenshot of the game.
I mean, of the game
The
or
game.
of the
the game.
Damn.
The TV series is like you're watching something on TV. It's
Remedy
not.
knows what's up.
It's not a. It's what's the term I'm looking for there? Real time or
FMV.
in-engine? FMV.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not even an engine. It's not rendered. It's like it's the actual actors acting.
Yeah. Live action.
Live act. That's the word I'm looking for. So the TV show is live action, but yeah, that screenshot.
Oh, it's got that guy in it. Don't
Dude,
remember
there's
his
some-
name, but that guy.
Oh, yeah, Wire.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some dudes. Yeah, the actual gameplay of it, there are some unique things they try to do. It feels weird. Like the Remedy decides to go with some like a thing that there's a very slow acceleration to get the full speed with your character, which there's some mechanics where because the black hole happens, there's two characters that get affected with these time manipulation powers. One is the antagonist, and of course the other one is your character, the protagonist, Jack Joyce. I think it's Jack Joyce. I don't want to be wrong on that, but
I'm on the Steam page, so I can look real quick.
okay. So as you're fighting these guards, you end up getting these powers, and as you keep playing, you kind of your powers grow and develop, and there's even power ups you can do to improve those powers. So there's this time shift dodge thing, and if you go up right to next time shift right up to an enemy, it slows down their time around them. There's also this cool mechanic where you can kind of throw a time force field. Think of it as a
Jack Joyce.
Think of it as this circular shield thing that only that area is stuck in time, but the rest of it's going on. But you can pump bullets into that time shield, and when it breaks, these bullets are intensified and are a power up almost. There's even a power where you can charge up that time force thing and just literally break time for that character around them, which ultimately makes them die or ineffective or whatever. There's a lot of cool powers. My only gripe with it is that Jack is slow to move. You move and he takes a second or two to get up to full acceleration, and I can't decide whether this game wants me to be moving constantly or if it wants me to be cover-based. But even the cover-based stuff doesn't feel good because it does that Mass Effect Andromeda thing where you're kind of automatically stuck to cover. But like Andromeda did, some cover doesn't register. So if I'm in a thin... It's not thin, but it's enough to cover your character. He won't peek out. You have to kind of move your whole body over to peek out. So the sucky part is playing the game is not the greatest. It's fine. It definitely gets the job done. But I have a feeling the more I play the game, the less I'm gonna want to play the game. And Act 2, instead of it being more of a walking simulator, which was more Act 1 with these little segments of action, Act 2 was more like gameplay driven, and I did not enjoy that as much as Act 1. And it has nothing to do with the story. The story's just fucking weird and dope, and I really want to see that through, and I want to see how the TV show goes and stuff like that. It's just the gameplay is not up to par to something I've played in the past, like The Last of Us or Uncharted or even like PUBG. Like the movement in PUBG feels good, like because you're like 0 to top speed in less than a second. He's just sluggish and slow until you like take the first few steps.
I'm wondering if it's just because you're just early on in the game. Maybe you develop.
No.
How did Alan Wake feel? Like same team, right?
That's probably the better
Max
question.
Payne too.
Yeah.
But Max Payne, he moved around, and like whenever he moved, it was top speed
until you went into bullet time. But like, see, I don't know. Max Payne is like an entity of itself because that's like the first of its kind.
Yeah,
that's PS2 era.
But the bullet time in Max Payne felt good though. Like this is.
Well, yeah, that was like
there's nothing wrong with the powers and the shooting. Like
shooting in Alan Wake felt fine. You know, you just had a flashlight as your
and then
sight.
Jack's like, I've used the gun in the past, but I'm not proficient with it. Which like his bullet spray is all over the place, and that's fine. Like he's not a trained assassin. He's not the fucking hitman. He's not Nathan Drake or anything like that. Like that's fine. But the enemies eat bullets, and that's kind of is weird. That I had to pump 10 bullets into a dude that doesn't have any armor just to kill him if it's not like a headshot without a helmet.
Yeah, that's with Alan Wake, there was some type of like limitations at first with like your light sources and how strong you were doing everything, and then later you get like better light sources and that do more damage and whatever.
Like
there was progression, but not much.
The powers are definitely doing stuff for me, especially that multiplier one where you pump the bullets into like the time fuel thing. But there is an enemy later in the game, which I guess the antagonist, because he's been time traveling, is aware of how he knows that you can manipulate time as well. So he gives these guys the special force time traveling powers. So because time is not ended yet, but time is like it's getting weird. So there's moments in time where everything around you just stands still. Well, when that happens, there's this force that can still travel through that time because they have special like abilities, or they have special like armor or whatever to prevent or to allow them to do that. When you start facing them, it feels just like a regular third-person Uncharted game, and that's when this game does not. Like it's not the greatest. Like it's definitely doable. It's not broken or it's not bad. It's just average at best.
Okay. Yeah, from where you're describing it, like the vibes I'm getting is from like multiple games. It's like a mix between like Indigo Prophecy and the way that you choose different characters to choose how you want the story to go out, but by being like the protagonist and antagonist in some parts. And then,
I mean, I texted you all after Act 1, and most of Act 1 was like a walkie simulator where you were talking with your brother, and now like in Act 2 you guys kind of get separated, so that kind of leads to more of the action side of it. But I could like I've texted you guys like there is a possible award for Game of the Year that this game may go to after I was done with Act 1. Yeah. And I'm still that high on the story. I didn't have enough time to get through all 3 parts of the actual gameplay to see like the next episode of the show. Right. But I'm sitting here like I can't wait to see the next episode of the show. To see what's going to happen next.
Alan Wake does something cool, but and I feel like this is an evolution off of that. Like for 360, you could download this little mini series of Alan Wake that took place right before the game. Based on a character you had no relation to or anything.
What's the name of that?
I forget the name of it. I think the word dark in there was, I don't know. It was something.
Is that the thing you would go in the rooms and it would be like the Twilight Zone style show? Because there was that too.
There was that, but this was a completely separate mini series before the main game came out.
No doubt.
And then I think it ended up becoming that. I think it was a part of that Twilight Zone series. But yeah, it was just weird how it all interconnected. But yeah, they did that first to pitch the game, and then the game comes out, and then you can see some little nods to that mini series. And then the DLC had live action segments inside of the cutscenes of the game, because that all takes place in a Twilight Zone episode that Alan Wake wrote for.
Oh, that's cool.
And you're living that out. It was pretty cool. But yeah, I feel like that's just an evolution of that. But
I never finished Alan Wake.
I mean, like playing this game makes me even more excited for that Remedy game they showed on PS4.
Control.
I kind of
cool.
I maybe want to explore Alan Wake a little bit.
Dude, like it hits those like Twin Peaks supernatural vibes.
It's just I wish the gameplay was a little bit better. But now maybe granted it might get better later on in the game, but it just from how it started and how it is now, I don't think it's going to. Yeah. But it's not that is the bad thing. I just want to emphasize that it's not bad. It's just it's not great. It's good, somewhere between average and good.
I mean, as long as it's playable, I guess it's not.
It's definitely playable, and even the mechanics that you use, like that shifting time force thing, and then
you're making me think of like something of like Infamous at first, but
a little bit. But I can't say enough. Like, it's at least as far as I am right now, this fucking story, I've never seen anything like this where, you're kind of acknowledging both time before the black hole event and after the black hole event, but there's things that the antagonist, knowing that the black hole event is doing before the black hole event, it's
a mindfucker going on.
It's so well told too, because I'm probably not doing this game any justice. Like it probably sounds fucking confusing, but the game does such a good job of explaining the things you need to know. Yeah. There might be some things that go over your head, and maybe some of the supporting narrative objects you find in the world may help with that. But the things you need to know, at least for me so far, are just is a thing of repetition and just good storytelling, and not repetition in a way like, all right, I heard this 3 times before I get it. It's a way of it's like there's 3 different angles of attacking that same thing, and they attack all 3 angles just to emphasize like, hey, this thing is happening or whatever.
Yeah, Alan Wake was kind of like that.
It's fucking nuts, but I love it.
That's cool. I mean, no, like I was like that was a game that I always wanted to play as soon as it came out.
Yeah,
I didn't have the.
And it's pretty. It's fucking. I'm playing on PC.
See, I want to get for Xbox.
I guess I have to name my specs now. Like you, I play on a 970.
Because the minimum specs were like a 7 something GTX 700. Because I looked it up too.
Yeah,
because it was originally an Xbox exclusive.
Yeah,
and then it made its way to PC.
I mean, I imagine it might look maybe just as good on Xbox. The game is pretty. The only weird gripe I have, and I still haven't done this, but I don't know if I'm going to fix it. The cutscenes render at 30 frames per second for voiceover and things like that, just to make sure they're aligned. Yeah, make sure they're aligned. But the game does some things where like you may be in and out of a cutscene kind of naturally, and I see my Steam FPS counter just kind of jump as you're transitioning from 30 to 60. Yeah. And the gameplay's fine at 60. It's just it's a little jarring to go from 60 to 30 in some instances, especially that first act where a lot of it was walk-in simulator, then cutscene, walk-in simulator, and then cutscene. But there is an option on PC to lock it at 30 if you find it that jarring, so it's not the end of the world.
Well, it's the end of the world for Jack Joyce, probably.
Maybe, I don't know. It's the end of time, or maybe not. I don't know, but it's fucking wild.
That's cool.
Sounds fun.
I
forgot about that game until yesterday. I saw you.
Yeah.
Popped up Steam. I was like, oh, Quantum Break.
How much is that on Steam?
$10.
$10 currently during your Steam summer sale.
I can't support it, but I'll buy it.
Ben, what'd you gonna do this week?
I played one game. One game only.
I'm listening.
Maybe it's the game I saw you playing.
I hit 40 hours the past 2 weeks on it.
Fidget Spinner Simulator?
I think 40 hours. Yeah. No.
Let me write that
Resident Evil Remake, man.
Hey, man, that same night I saw you playing Resident Evil.
Okay, so I think last time I was on, I had completed Jill's run through, and I was in the middle of Chris's.
You were starting the nightmare.
Yeah, as Chris, and I finished Chris, and I don't know, maybe I forgot, because when the game was announced and it came out, I was like really into it. I read into it, and I just didn't play it until earlier this year. And when you complete it, I'm gonna try to avoid spoilers just in case. But
I don't know, dude.
There's a feature, a new play style / mechanic when you beat
tank controls?
No, I left tank controls on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's already on.
Because that's not a spoiler.
Yeah,
Right?
that's
Like,
not a
you can turn
spoiler,
that off. And
Yeah,
just run away.
yeah.
It's the alternate controls, and I can see why like they did it, but I like the tank controls better.
Okay.
When I don't even know if it's a spoiler, but if,
Just say it. Who gives a shit?
Dude, the game's fucking old as shit.
all right, if you really care about it, I'm pretty sure this was a thing they announced when the game came out. But the only way to unlock it is you have to play through both campaigns. I think it's just through any difficulty. You just have to beat the game as Jill and then beat her as Chris, but there's no specific order. There's a real survivor mode, and it's the prototype idea they had for Resident Evil.
Oh.
So basically, the game is already set to hard difficulty. There's no way around it,
Perfect.
which I found the hard way. The treasure chests, I call them treasure chests. I don't know what the fuck the official name is. I've been calling that since '96. Treasure chests, whatever.
Keep going, man.
Your inventory.
Yep.
Box.
Oh, like the big green.
Yeah.
Oh, the one
box
that's
we-
like,
no
matter which one you go into, it's the same items that you store away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
the prototype was each chest was
It's
it wasn't connected.
Oh.
So
I mean, that's more realistic.
Yeah. So like, say you have a chest in
Yeah, but that's hard as balls.
the basement of the mansion.
Whatever you put in there is
Whatever
in
you
there
put in
and
there,
only
it stays
there.
in there. It doesn't travel with.
Wow.
It doesn't connect to the other chests.
Hmm.
So I won't get into spoilers, but there's a part when you're far away from said chest.
Yeah.
Like, because I saw that and I was like, oh, now I got to play through Jill and Chris through this
Right.
mode again. Duh, no shit. So I was like leaving that area, and because Faith was watching me, and then I'm just like, I said it out loud, I'm like, oh shit. And she's like, what's wrong? And she's like, no, you don't, like, all my shit is in that chest. So now I'm going in this new area, and you'll get lucky, and sometimes a new chest will have like a first aid spray, but that's pretty much it, maybe like an herb.
Yeah.
So like, say there's keys in that chest or cards or whatever that you need in
shit.
said area. So you got to run all the way back, or like, say if you versus a boss battle, and like, because the new chest is not gonna have anything. You need more ammo. It's on that chest that you have. So
That's interesting.
I'm playing through Jill again. The game is automatically set to hard, and auto aim is off, which it's a big fucking deal.
Aiming
because
is already tough in that
aiming, even with auto aim on, because it has like the cinematic camera styles or whatever,
Yeah.
fixed camera angles.
You don't know what you're looking at.
Yeah, even with the auto aim, half the time you're like, I don't know.
Am I going to hit this dude?
I don't know. Because there's already been a shit ton of times when like I'll like there's specifically this part when you come across two like dogs, and you're on a balcony, and they're running towards me, and it 100% looks like I'm about to hit them.
Yeah.
But since auto aim is off, I'm probably like a couple notches off from that camera angle, because the camera angle is from like the side. It looks like
You
I'm
got
gonna
it.
hit them. I got it, but no, not at all. So there's been so many times I've wasted so many fucking bullets just because I'll be like trying to fix the aim and whatnot, and it's brutal.
Once you start a fight and you keep missing, do you intend to see it to the end of that fight and kill him, or do you just run away like fuck it? I wasted 5 bullets. That's enough. I'm out of here.
Well, before I would, but this is what I do now. I press start and I go to quit game, and then I load the game again. You know, there's a specific moment when you go to this. I think it's the first chest you go to, and there's a zombie blocking the main entrance to that chest, and then you go upstairs and there's another zombie. I think I counted. I've spent 30 minutes trying to perfectly execute killing the one zombie. But then as he's on the ground, I equipped the knife and had a few slashes of the knife.
Oh my god.
Because it's on hard mode, and it's like bullets are fucking scarce.
Yeah.
So it's like almost impossible having like at least more than 50 clips on you or whatnot.
This is when I would play it as a ROM and have save states.
Oh my god, yeah.
Just
Yeah.
load. Okay.
And then and if I'm talking about before, like I'm doing like when I was doing the other playthroughs, and I'll talk about how I have to strategize before. Now I have to do it even more, to the point when like there's a part when so Crimson Heads, they're a thing in this game. We'll talk about Crimson Heads.
Yeah.
And there's one that they intentionally / automatically put in, because there is a way you don't have to face the Crimson Head if you don't kill any zombies or if you burn all the zombies. So I think they want you to at least face the horror of trying to kill a Crimson Head. So there's this hallway where you open the door and then it's a Crimson Head, but he's like dead, and he's like he's gonna come back up. So there's a part when like I cleaned out the room, and it kind of acts as a shortcut. But there's so many times when I've had to go at a certain spot, and I could have taken that shortcut, but that hallway in general, it's just a no zone for me because of that Crimson Head. So there's been moments when I've had to like legit circle around the mansion just to get to a room that was in front of that hallway.
God damn.
I did that with people I knew at school.
Exactly. You'd be great.
Yeah.
So that's that hallway. A few nights ago, I was helping Faith out with something on our computer. So I completely forgot about the Crimson Head at first. I was on the other side and opened the door, and the way they placed it is the Crimson Head, it's like right to the side of the door. So as soon as you open the door and the game loads, like that Crimson Head's already like running straight at you. So you just want to like do a quick 180 and like open the door again and just nope, not going in that hallway again. So right when I was done that, Faith asked me to help out. So I was helping her out with someone on the computer. So then my short memory span or whatnot,
Forgot.
I picked up the controller. I'm like,
What was I doing?
why am I going that way? So I turn around, and Faith is like, me and Faith are like having a conversation. So I turn around and I open the door, and then like as like the whole loading sequence of the door opening, I'm like, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, and like Faith is talking, I'm like, fuck, 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 fuck. And she's like, what's wrong? She's like, hold on. So like as soon as the door opens, like same gap, so I had to do it again. I'm like freaking out. And I was like, oh, I'm such a see. That whole hallway just blocked off, and god damn, this fucking game.
It's like, why do you do this to yourself?
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah,
I think I want to go for all the achievements because me and Akko were still gushing over it, me and him were texting back and forth. And there's a speedrunner. He's actually spoken at a few the Games Done Quick things. He's been on one of them.
Yeah.
I think it was even at E3. It was like just like on his YouTube channel, some bullshit. Carcinogen SD, I think something like that. I forgot his fucking name. But this dude legit beat Resident Evil Remake with invisible zombie mode, because that's a thing, by the way, with a knife without getting any hits in like 2 hours. I'm like, this guy broke the laws of physics.
That guy fucks.
He fucks.
Pessimism?
Maybe. I forgot it, because Akko, I mean, I can look him up real quick, but
French toast?
It definitely wasn't that.
I'm looking up, there was somebody ran that game the other day.
The remake?
Yeah, during...
Yeah, Carcinogen SDA, that's his name.
Yeah.
He did no damage invisible mode with... Yeah, he's just... Like, that dude is fucking brutal. So like...
Those zombies must have a set path, like, script when you first spawn or something. They're like, they start in a specific spot.
Yeah, so like, say if they're in that spot and then you open the door...
Yeah.
And then you get out of the door and then go back in, it resets to wherever they were.
Okay.
But there are those moments sometimes when you do that and you open the door and you start walking, and then all of a sudden, like, you hear like I'm not going to shake the table, but it's sound of like someone shaking like a door handle, and then all of a sudden, like, they just start pouring in through the door too. There's some moments that are like that. So there's moments when you're like, you have to really like I told you at the time, I was sitting there for legit 30 minutes trying to execute the perfect route on this survival / horror mode.
Is it just zombies that are invisible, or is it all the creatures?
I think it's all the creatures.
Because hunters?
Oh, yeah. Oh, by the way, this survival mode, or real survival mode, a simple zombie / you're already in the danger zone pretty much. So that means I already know as soon as I hit a hunter, that's a one-hit kill.
Yeah. Because
hunters, it's like that was pretty much that on like easy mode. Hunters will fuck you up in this game. Yeah, I'm looking forward to hunters in this playthrough. But yeah, as soon as can't wait. But as soon as I'm done this playthrough, I'm definitely gonna do. I don't know. I just want to keep fucking playing it, which is bizarre because I'm not that kind of person. I'm not.
You are now.
Ever since Dark Souls and Bloodborne and then Nier, and it's just like, I don't know. I kind of just want to
just become a masochist,
right? Just get it all, man. Why not?
Cause fuck it. That's why.
Yeah.
Fight the dead.
Yeah, so dope. Did you play it? Did you play it? I remember you said you bought it.
I know I will. Yeah. I'll do it before 2 comes out. Probably.
Oh, by the way, my Steam link came in the mail.
Oh,
that's sooner than expected.
Tell me more.
Before I came here.
Yeah.
So I didn't have time to set it up.
Oh.
But right. I was legit expecting for this to come in like August.
Yeah.
But
me
they
too.
were like, I did normal shipping and handling, and then as soon as I got the update, it's like, oh, it'll be in your house tomorrow. I'm like, all right.
I figured it would show up around your birthday in March.
Yeah. March 2019. Yeah.
All right. Well,
yeah. So next time I'll have an update on that, because after this I'm gonna go home and set it up and just play Resident
I'm
Evil.
curious because like I was gonna buy it and then never fucking use it. It was just gonna be a thing that I said, look, I fucking bought it. But you, I think, will have an actual use for it.
Yeah, because I'd rather have that than have like a 75-foot HDMI cable,
right,
or having the hassle of carrying my like the fucking PC tower that's as tall as the Empire State Building. You know
I
what mean?
know.
Unplug it, having to replug. Because I did that for like a solid month. I'm like, this has got to change.
Yeah,
It's fucking annoying. So yeah, I'll give an update on that.
Mark, what'd you get into this week?
Let's see here. I'm trying to go in order of what I played. That's what I usually like to do. Let's start with Turok.
The Dinosaur Hunter.
Yeah. So
Hell yeah.
Bought that bundle on Steam. It's like $11.99 or something like
Was
that.
that Turok and Turok 2?
Yeah. Seeds of Evil, I think is the second one.
That sounds right.
What a cool name. But like, I was like, I know I can run this game. I know.
I mean, if you couldn't run it, then there's something wrong with the game. There's nothing wrong with the computer, because that would have been impossible.
So
debatable.
I feel like I'm speedrunning this game. I'm just playing it normal. I'm like, I got this. This is fine. Like, I played parts I don't even remember playing before. And I'm just like going through it, just zipping through, jumping through portals, just shooting everything, just saving. I have so much ammo, just because like every shot, like you can snipe with a shotgun.
Yeah.
He's playing Resident Evil Turok style. That's what he's doing.
But like, I just love it at distance. You just shoot like these ugly ass people's faces because it's all like GoldenEye looking, like the mapping.
Oh, that game is so
Snipe
fucking good,
just like
dude.
like 30 feet away, shotgun. This guy's just holding his neck because blood squirting. It's like just like falls to the ground.
Now it's like even the soundtrack, it's the same as I guess the older version.
Yeah, it's all.
Oh, they didn't remaster it at all?
I don't think they remastered. I think this is just a port.
It just looks a lot prettier with updated video card.
It's a dinosaur.
Are you drawing on it?
Yeah.
Spoiler warning: there's dinosaurs in this game.
Yeah.
Shit.
So
Dude,
yeah,
Horizon Zero Dawn has dinosaurs. Robo dinosaurs. Yeah.
There you go.
Fuck.
Robo Megazords.
Turok.
So wait, question
Original
about
Horizon.
Turok, because I didn't finish my Steam shopping yet, because what I'm doing is July 5th is the last day.
Yeah.
So the smart thing to do is look through my wish list of over 350 games and be like, okay, which one costs 99 cents? Because that's what's getting bought top.
Deus Ex, the original, 97.
Already own it.
Ah, shit.
So
Buy another.
no, Turok is going to be the one I purchased. Now, when I was on the page, it said there was a huge update that had just got released. So I don't know, maybe the gameplay was somehow enhanced, because a lot of people complain, at least beforehand, like they actually had issues running it, but it was more of the game, not so much the hardware. Because if your computer can't handle Turok on PC,
nope.
I'm running a 550 Ti.
no, yeah, it's perfectly fine.
Yeah,
Good
like,
response. We're just ran on the Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
Okay.
This
Yeah,
is a
right,
Nintendo
right,
64
right.
game, is what I'm saying.
Hey, to be fair, emulation of N64 stuff.
Oh, it's dog shit.
Yeah.
Until the N64 Classic comes out next year.
Dude, they enhanced it so much you use a shotgun as a sniper rifle, you know?
Yeah. Every gun is a sniper rifle.
So that's
So what's it like returning to Turok in 2018?
I love it.
Yeah? Did you play it back in the day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was actually one of the few I really enjoyed. I was like, oh, the C-stick is kind of like the D-pad and just, all right, I can just hold it like this still. And not
so
be
you're
weird.
using a controller?
I'm using mouse and keyboard,
Oh, dude.
which is how I wanted to play it. So,
Right.
because I was afraid it wouldn't like have that function just for it being that old of a game. Because I remember saying before, like the first Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver does not support mouse. I don't know why.
Yeah, you know.
Using the arrow keys plus the WASD keys.
Yeah.
It's just, no.
No, I hate that shit.
Yeah, it's gross.
I think that's like the default mapping for Quake or something.
For Doom.
If you want to use a
Doom,
controller,
They have mouse
like,
support
you have
original.
to use Joy to key if you want to use a controller for that game.
No.
To be fair, I had to do that for Dark Souls at the time, because there wasn't, yeah.
Wow.
But, so, the fog, because I don't know if you remember from Turok 60, I mean, I assume none of us played Turok on PC in 1997.
No.
Well.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah. No,
I'm about 300 TIs away, Dota style, from being able to run Turok myself. So.
Oh my God. No, I
300 rappers?
I rented Turok, but
Yeah.
I never.
Yeah. I never owned it. Yeah, I've rented it too.
Yeah.
Same.
But I remember like shooting some dinosaurs. I don't remember much of the game at all.
Oh, like so there's not much of a story.
Yeah.
From what I remember, it's just
Shoot
like
shit.
you
Which
go.
is shit in this case. It's dinosaurs.
You just fight like other people with guns, and
Bless
then
you.
the occasional dinosaur, and then there's some weird monsters in between, like weird ogre type stuff, like
Oh, I
hybrids
fucking
or
forgot
something.
about that. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I love when
Spoilers!
they get excited.
It's not often, but it's there.
Yeah, because there's a part. Okay,
It's like
the
weird
game is
dinosaur
20 years
mutants.
old, so we're gonna get into spoiler territory. There's a part when you go in.
Resident Evil is
I know!
older than Turok, and you're. All right.
Yeah, get with the program, Joe.
Okay, technically here, I was talking about the remake, which came out like early 2000s.
Guess what? The first time you walk by the window, the dogs don't come out. Spoiler alert. There you
It
go.
does like a crack thing. It does
Or
like
if you decide to go out the door you came in, then you get dogs.
Yeah, which is what I found out the hard way when I played hard mode. So, yeah, because there's a part when you, I want to see you get to like another plane of existence.
Yeah, they're like the
Oh.
special
Yeah.
little Mortal Kombat looking levels with
Yeah.
the lightning.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this? Near?
And actually, the teleport.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're timed.
Yeah.
It's like you have to find them. When you get in them, then you get bonuses for doing it. It's like little platforming puzzles that you can just jump through. And you don't die if you fall. It just resets you at the beginning of that puzzle. It's not really a puzzle. It's just
That
a
game
jumping
is
thing.
fucking dope.
Yeah,
dude.
so like it was like Unreal Tournament controls. That's how fast you are. You feel godlike in this game.
See, I'm wondering what engine. Maybe they use their own
It's
developed
called
engine.
a Turok.
I think it's
Fuck
some type
you,
of
engine.
I think they give you options before starting the game how you want everything set up.
Oh, okay.
And I believe it's some kind of direct draw type thing.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure. But you have the option for the draw distance to be the
That's
classic
what I was
way
saying,
or
yeah.
have it even further. I'm doing classic.
Classic. Yeah,
Dude,
I
that
just-
fog, man, that was like you
Yeah.
couldn't see 5 minutes ahead, like 5 feet away from you,
Nope.
man. It's wild.
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
But I was running through that game so fast that I made it to the main hub to open up all the different gates because you need 3 pieces to open each gate. So as I'm going in order, it's kind of like almost Crash Bandicoot like with the way the hub thing is set up, where it's like you get the pieces, there's a portal, go through it.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun, dun.
So like
Dun,
I'm going
dun,
through it
dun,
so
dun, dun,
fast that as I'm like twitch shooting everything, just turning shooting everything, and in the midst of killing one of the dinosaurs in a cave, it just like did that whole like Tim and Eric, let's just repeat that same little sound bit. There was just like meh. That's what I was stuck with. Just a dead dinosaur just meh, like at me. I'm like, all right, I broke the game. I moved too fast for this game.
Oh my
Good.
god.
And there are save points. It doesn't auto save because it's an old game.
Sure.
N64.
So I don't think
I think there's a mod you can download.
probably.
Fuck that.
Someone,
Classic
yeah, no.
style.
You play OG. You play
Yeah.
vanilla.
Yeah, like, no,
Vanilla.
it was at a point where I was just using the knife for everything. I was like, just bring a motherfucker,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
jumping around and just knifing them.
That game
And,
is so good.
So I don't think I'm that far as terms of safe spot to where it crashed. So I might get back.
Wait, all right.
Into it.
You just made the Michael Myers motion. Is that how you stab dinosaurs in that game?
There are two ways.
Or is it
you do
the
both.
Resident Evil like slash?
Well, the thing is, if you're in midair jumping, you will do this.
Oh, dude.
If
I'm
you're
fucking
on
Michael
the-
Myers my way through Turok.
Turok 2 might be a little more advanced, so because I kind of forgot how that one plays. But I'm curious. So yeah.
Seas of Evil, the shape, same thing.
So yeah, so that was fun. Like all that was level 2 because the first level was like introductory
What's
shit.
just level 2?
That was, I know, like that's how far I got was up to level 2, and that was about maybe a half hour, if that. That's how fast I was moving in that game. So I feel like that game's kind of. There's 8 levels to go through.
Someone look at the Turok speed run because
Yeah.
Mark might be breaking it.
That's true.
And then the one day, Joe,
$5 on Steam, by the way. Turok, I'm on the Steam page right now.
Just do the bundle.
Just
do the bundle.
Bundle's 11, or it's 11 something.
Yeah,
11.23.
use any of
Originally
that,
$40.
Use any of that PUBG change
What?
you made.
The bundle was $40 for Turok
The
1 and
OG
2.
Turok 1 and 2.
For original price, $39.98.
That's 98. Fuck that. I'm sorry, Mark. Go on.
$39.98 US. No, but from there, Joe introduced us to a game the other day.
Oh,
Played a little bit of Killer Instinct,
Hell yeah.
and I decided to buy that on my PC to see how I can run that, because they give you a little test you can do to see what your specs are and how well you can run it. I failed like 40 something out of 100, so then you can make the game adjust its settings to your specs. So the game is very windowed. I want to say maybe
640 by 480.
maybe about something. It's about 45% of my monitor is that game, but now I am 106 over 100.
All right.
Nice.
But like, I mean, the monitor's pretty decent size, so it's not that bad. I'll take it for now, so I can play on a console or a better computer.
See, Mike, what you need to start doing is not spend money on the games you can't play, but maybe save the money for a PC you can play the games.
Eventually,
Is it
I'm working
playable?
on it. It's playable.
Okay.
Even when I failed, it was still playable.
All right.
Like I
that's good.
couldn't tell the difference with frames.
Like
that
Joe
much.
with Quake.
Right. Exactly.
Like it's all just a particle thing.
Quake Champions.
Champions, of
Right.
course.
Yeah.
You were fine running 30, and then another player model got on the screen and dropped to
news.
10 real fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was just messing with like the characters, like the skins, and like just what I wanted.
You,
And
because we couldn't find, or I couldn't find.
I don't know why you couldn't find it. It's
Am I
pretty
dumb?
simple.
Okay. Yeah.
It's
got
pretty
it.
simple. But then I realized that I don't care for a lot of the alternate costume stuff.
No, I like the ones they do like the
Like-
regular old default.
Like it's cool adjusting the retro ones, but when it comes to the main characters, like their customizations are kind of weak.
Yeah, they look better in the modern.
Yeah, like their defaults are just fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I didn't do much with it. I was just like, yeah, this looks cool. All right, I'll go through this.
Hit it up.
Whatever.
I mean, we played a little bit of it
Dude. Yeah.
earlier. Like not early today, but early in the week. I don't know, man.
It's just a fun,
it's
stupid
a
game.
mash button kind of game, and it encourages that in a weird way. And I don't feel
Yeah.
like
I've seen like fighting games are kind of going in that direction where
And
they're
you
appealing
know-
to both audiences.
Yeah.
there are those things.
You
where,
gotta get everybody
are
in.
there those times where there's in fighting games where like if you just mash buttons, you feel cheap for winning? At least like I do. But
Yeah,
it-
but
with
not this one.
Like, I
This
didn't feel
encourages
that
that.
cheap. Like
Yeah.
I just
'Cause-
mash buttons, but whatever.
But there's still a way to get into that moment to where the button mashing is like well deserved.
Right, and there's a way
Yeah.
to get out of it that's pretty simple, or at
Yeah.
least like
Yeah, so like there's other ways to fight it. God, they have the best narrator.
Yep.
Yeah.
Look,
Whoever
I
the
don't
fighting games.
like the game I'm about to say, but the Die Hard trilogy.
Yes. You died, too.
I'm just saying for fighting games, that guy for Killer
alright,
Instinct.
fighting game. All right, fine.
He is so enthusiastic. I
Oh
love
no,
that
Mark,
man.
get the hell out of here.
Hell out of here. I don't know how you don't like that game.
It's not good. That's why.
Yeah, that should come to. Is that
Yeah,
is that
Crazy
the Steam
Taxi,
sale?
man.
Is that-
It could be on the Steam sale if Matt willed it into existence.
No, but like Killer Instinct is definitely something I've always enjoyed, and I'm glad I got to experience a little bit more of.
Yeah, me too. We're gonna grab a look at that on the.
Check a look.
Yeah, Steam
it
sale, it's what, $10? You get, I guess, the
You
beginner
get-
pack.
You get all 3 seasons, all the retro costumes, and the retro soundtrack.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
Like that's a good deal,
I think it's still on sale on Xbox as well, but I could be wrong.
and it's the closest thing that I can play as a modern Battletoad until that game comes out.
It's true.
True.
It's true.
So, yeah, that was good. There's more games I'll get on the sale later, but I didn't.
I still have to look.
Yeah.
I got some money to the side. I still have to look.
Though, if people want to play horror games, First Winter, definitely recommend.
I forgot that's what I meant
Yeah,
to
I
play.
haven't booted it up
Christ.
yet. I just
bought
watched a bit of it, but
Yeah.
it's $1.99.
Yeah, I bought it.
What kind
gotta
of
play it.
horror game is that?
That's like one of those. It looks retro. It's like low poly, but like Super Nintendo like textures on everything, like sprite texture designs.
Jump
But-
scares?
Yeah, probably. Just whenever you turn around, the whole scenery changes.
Spiders?
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. I handled Prey very well during that Moon Crash run. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
I would like the both of you to play Resident Evil 7 VR.
That's okay.
Do you want me to die? Do
I
you
just
not want
broke
me to
your
be on the show
headset.
anymore?
I'll bring you back to life, just like Evanescence.
Wake me up. Oh, Christ. I knew you were going there. That's why I said it. Wake me up inside.
I can't
Bye.
Save me.
So from there, I decided to download the Epic Games launcher on my computer
Uh-huh.
because I was just curious to see how that worked. I don't like Fortnite on PC.
Fuck.
Or better yet, I don't like it mouse and keyboard because
Mm.
I am just not used to it.
Is
I
it,
thought
is
I
it
would
because
enjoy
the
it more.
dab buttons map differently, or is it
No,
because...
no, I did get the dab taunt.
I also way back when. I played a couple games of Fortnite on PC, and I did not like it either.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just also my computer also doesn't run it that great either. And I thought it would run it better than my Switch, but it turns out my Switch runs better.
Wow.
That's saying something about my computer.
Yeah, but can run Turok?
Touche. Too fucking shay. Yeah, I don't know. It just felt weird for some reason. I don't know why.
I play a little Fortnite because you tricked me into playing it.
Yeah, I did nothing.
You told me that I could make a goth girl, and then
Yeah, if you buy that outfit.
and I didn't buy the outfit,
See?
but I played the game, and I don't feel compelled to go back to it.
Yeah, it's definitely something you just have to play with friends. Don't play it by yourself.
I just
'Cause it's not worth it. It's not worth it.
no. The shooting sucks.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, it also depends on the gun you have.
I tried a couple different guns. You know,
Because if you're not using the assault rifle, then there's no point.
using the assault rifle, it still didn't feel great.
When Uncharted shooting is better than a game shooting or another game shooting, that's when it's like. Ew.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not the greatest. I mean, that's probably why it's free.
No, yeah, I mean, there was
But if there's one time where I'm playing with like my friend Doug or something, and then that's when you should.
that's yeah. I
You know what though? I will say this. One of the nights he saw me on Mario Tennis or recently play Mario Tennis. I got on looking if one of you two were on. I was gonna say I'm gonna try Fortnite.
Yeah.
No one was on, so I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna play as
Yeah.
Boo and Mario Tennis."
Yeah, I would have played it earlier within the week, but it just sleeping just took over.
Well, that's fine. Look, I was not butthurt that
Yeah.
no one was willing to play Fortnite with me.
right.
I was like, Mario Tennis.
Yeah.
It's a perfectly fine game for the attitude I'm in right now.
No. Fortnite, I only recommend it just with friends.
What I really like though, I started it on Switch, then I opened it up on my Xbox, and all of my progress carried over.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I jumped onto my Switch again, all the progress that was
Yeah.
fucking cool.
What I did
That
today,
was really cool.
I linked my account to
Yeah.
my Xbox gamer tag
Oh, nice.
from 360. So it's
Yo, did you
Xbox
turn on
20
that
is linked to
PS4
this.
So now you're stuck in
It
that.
works on
yeah.
PS4, right?
And
No.
I had the option to link PSN. I was like, no.
Yeah,
No,
you
no,
can't.
Not doing
I
that.
know what you're trying to do.
Jim Ryan will keep it.
But then I linked it to Twitch as well. So I haven't logged into Fortnite since I done that.
You have
all that.
Amazon
Oh,
Prime
you get
still?
the free stuff,
Huh?
right?
You have Amazon Prime still?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so you
Yeah,
got all
that
that free
free
Twitch
stuff.
shit.
Yeah, so I don't know what I get, but
Yeah, I'm gonna try playing
It
on
sucks.
an iPad with
Yeah.
Apple
But it's free.
Pencil.
There you go.
with the Epic Games launcher, I saw there was other games in that thing,
Correct.
Oh.
and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, there is something in there.
So I was like, Unreal Tournament.
Unreal Tournament.
I was like, what are you
I'm
doing
what are
here?
you talking about? I'm talking about free cheese game of the year, Fallout 4.
In Epic Games?
Oh
launcher?
shit!
Game Launcher?
Why am I? Oh. Can we just cut? For some
Wishful
reason,
thinking, but
I just want to say a joke, and it ended bad. I'm
Sorry.
leaving.
It did.
sorry, we've all been there, especially me.
I've drank too much. I think I'm gonna make you go.
Well, I
Too
mean-
many Slim Jims.
What would Jack Joyce do? You know.
Rewind fucking
Yeah.
time and go.
So you weren't too stoked on that.
Yeah, so when I saw it, I was like, how did this go under my radar? But then as I was thinking that, I was starting to remember that I remember seeing or hearing something about this game, and it was just kind of like a reboot of sorts. I was like, oh, okay, they're really with the community with this to like make this game. That's scary. And then I went to the YouTube channel, and it hasn't been updated in a year. I was like, okay, their channel's like 4 years old. And I was like, all right, I'll download it and just see what happens. Well, I don't know how to uninstall it now. But
Oh.
I went to go try it. That's a soulless ass game.
What does it feel like?
I mean, it does feel like Unreal Tournament.
Sure.
You know, it's fast paced. The weapons play just like they played before. Just everything is updated engine. But it's like a lot of it just feels like copy paste with prettier quotes, prettier skins.
Yeah.
The levels are very basic. The characters are the worst.
Oh.
I do not know how to pick any characters. You can customize your human, but your choices are like, hey, you just look dead in the face and that's it. But do you want to wear a hat or have long hair? That's it.
That sucks.
You just
Yeah.
have a pure red outfit or a pure blue outfit. And it's like, that's it. Like, Unreal Tournament, I loved all the different factions. You have the robots, the Egyptians, the monster
Sure.
aliens, the humans, the more Gears of War looking humans. Like there was a lot of variety, and like this is just it was like they were onto something, and what you're playing is like a very bare prototype of what that game is, and they're just like, yeah, fuck it, we're putting everything into Fortnite. So
I was gonna say the team of the Fortnite does just like the Paragon team did.
Yeah.
Oh.
It sucks.
They don't have like a tentative release date or anything for that, or
No, I don't even know I'm not sure if it's early access or if it's in purgatory. I don't know what the state of this game is. But now that I installed it, I do not know how to find it to uninstall it.
yeah.
Yeah, I saw that game when I downloaded the Epic Launcher. Just to kind of have it, but then two, I did want to just try Fortnite one time. And I saw it over a tournament. I was like, oh, yeah, they did a remake thing. I have not heard a single soul talk about it. So I'm not touching it.
Like I could get into matches though. I was playing with other people, like fast. Like there's still people playing this game.
Yeah. Well.
But like, it's just not feeling it.
Yeah, well, one is right next to Fortnite.
Yeah.
I remember when it got announced, and I was like, "Oh yeah!" Like, it was weird because they were bringing that back and Quake at the same time, and it was like, "Oh okay."
And like there were some classic maps you could play from the original Unreal Tournament, and it's like, all right, that's cool. You have the game modes in there plus some new ones, but like, yeah, it just feels very unfinished, very
Sucks.
Yeah, like the cover of it, it's these two dudes in just black armored outfits. It's just very generic.
Very Call of Duty like, or Battlefield like.
Yeah, so I was like, this isn't Unreal Tournament to me.
Is it just called Unreal Tournament?
Yeah, like it doesn't even have like.
Yeah, it is
like
kind of generic name it.
Because you were big into the old ones,
Dude,
right?
I love Unreal. Yeah, Unreal Tournament. Like I own 2003, but 2004 was like the main popular one, I guess, because it's just a little more bells and whistles added to it. But yeah, like that era, like I love that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not that big with competitive like gaming that much, but I still enjoy it. But like that was one that just felt good to play, even if I lost.
Yeah.
Captured a flag, and that was just superb.
So I think I remember playing a lot of Unreal Tournament on the PS2.
I remember being on Xbox, and that had a lot of fun. Which is the 2004 port.
Probably, yeah.
It's
Unreal
in
Champions
pre-alpha. It's the pre-alpha season that's going on right now.
Well, let me tell you what. Usually when they show off Battlefield at E3, that's in pre-alpha too, and that looks fine. So
that looked fleshed out and had characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a bit disappointing.
Just a lot of Zac Efron looking high, you know.
Hell yeah.
Now,
as it should.
But when I wrote that in my notes, I wrote it as Unreal Tornamento by accident. So.
I like that.
And then I'll just end it off with a familiar game, but now it's out on mobile. Pokemon Quest.
How'd that one come around?
Oh yeah.
I like it. I like it better on mobile than the Switch version.
That's kind of how I felt about the Switch version when I played just that. I was like, this would be a lot better if it were on my phone.
Yeah, that's what we were saying.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it definitely is. You don't have to worry about that cursor. The touch time it's the touch response. It's really responsive, like immediately, because I felt a little delay with the Switch touchscreen.
Yeah, we talked. Yeah, it was a little weird.
And now it's not just one level you have to go in. You have an option to pick one of two levels to start in, whether it's the grass one or the rock one now. Well, the Switch version doesn't have this option, but you do on mobile. You can transfer you can back up your data and transfer it in case you upgrade phones or something.
Oh, that's cool.
They give you a code and everything, and you can re-put that in.
Yeah. So
that's neat. It plays just fine. I don't mind it. There's a little offer, special going on, I think, for this week. I think until maybe the end of next week or something like that, where you can get, I think it's $2.99. You get a little decorative item, which is a surfboard in the shape. It's a Pikachu in the shape of a surfboard.
Okay.
As a decoration for your little village. And then you get Pikachu as well, but he has a surf attack as well as an electric attack.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, okay, I'll do that. So there's stuff that you can buy to get more Pokemon or decorate your place with that are kind of exclusive, like Snorlax or Lapras or something, but I didn't do any of that.
Do you feel like you're going to play this more now that it's on your phone?
Probably.
Yeah.
Pokemon seems to be pretty good with their mobile games. They don't really rid you with the ads, and
yeah, it's true.
It's pretty solid, and anything that you do want to pay for, you don't have to. It's just optional. I'm still playing Magikarp Jump.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
Yeah.
That's just a little in between thing. So I've been doing both of these games in rotation. So yeah, I don't know.
Get bored of one, jump to the other.
Yeah, this is what I like about. This is what I would want from a mobile game. It's Pokemon Quest, where it's it's simple, go in 3 people battling, whatever. it moves for you, so you can just kind of do it casually, like eat a burrito in one hand and tap with the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just pretty much it. From anything I said before, that was good. Still carries over.
Yeah. Just now on your phone.
Yeah.
I gave it a consideration, but I didn't pull the trigger on it yet.
Yeah, Victoria asked about it. I said, try it. It's free.
Yeah, definitely worth it.
Yeah.
Especially just getting that little Pikachu thing, because I don't know how long that's for. But I have Surfing Pikachu.
I want a Surfing Raichu.
Could evolve it, maybe.
Let's see. We're going to take a quick break because I have to
poop.
No.
Pee.
Ask you guys a question. Can I use Slim Jim meat sticks for cooking? Maybe with beans? The answer after this. SW Dark Lighter says, is it possible? Yes. Slim Jims are essentially like pepperoni or salami and can probably be used the same ways. Will it taste good in beans? Hard to answer. They have a very distinctive taste, and when heated, the flavoring will come out into the beans or whatever dish you are cooking, possibly give it a chemical taste with an oily, reddish sheen. That will be entirely up to you as to whether you like it. Here are a couple of fan recipes that include Slim Jims. Brought to you by, oh God, this is not the website. I'm not trying to buy a home in San Francisco. Goodbye. Woo!
Dude, Slim Jim
The
on top
universal
of pizza
meat.
would be good.
The universal meat.
Because it said use them as pepperonis.
How many beers would you need before you don't
None.
care?
0. -1, actually.
Look, I'm down to try most.
Zaz?
I have to choose my. So Luminous Remaster came out this week. Have you guys ever played Luminous?
I have not, but I'm very fucking
It's
curious.
a luminous. I don't even know what the hell it is. I heard of it.
Great question.
I'm looking it up.
I feel
Is it
like
on
Mark
Steam?
is the only one at the table who may have played it, and you didn't.
Oh, I
I
don't
can
know.
tell by your face.
I don't know. I
All
was
right.
trying to remember if I did.
I've heard of Lumines.
So, yeah, there you go.
You ever play Earthbound?
Oh.
Put a flashlight underneath of that.
Okay.
Have you ever played Mother 3? None of us have.
Well,
In the United States. The English version.
Officially. Legally.
There it is.
It's just called
Legally.
Luminous because I see Luminous Combat.
so
It's not Earthbound at all, guys.
No.
Luminous Remastered is the original PSP game brought into 2018. There's been several sequels. There was
It was on DS too, right? Like original DS?
Don't know.
Pretty sure it was.
I
Might have
don't
been
know.
like this, like a simul release thing.
I don't remember it on DS. I remember it on PSP.
I remember the box.
They
It's
may
a
have
puzzle
done...
game, right?
Yeah. So imagine if you had Tetris with music, but not Tetris. Does that help?
So it's a rhythm-based game?
No. No. It is it's a square made up of 4 blocks, 4 squares. Okay?
Oh, never mind. I was probably thinking PS2.
Those 4 squares can be all 4 the same color. They could be 3 and 1, 2 and 2, and those 2 and 2 could be diagonals or stacked on top or on left and right. And basically, you are rotating as you would in Tetris, and the goal is to make a cube of the same color.
Okay.
It's a 2-color thing, so all of the skins, as they call them, are made up of 2 different colors. And they're all set to a different song. So you start off, songs playing, at least in the main exhibition mode, so to speak.
So what? Yeah, Lumines, right?
Yeah, Lumines. It's kind of it's left to. It's not left to right.
Right to left.
Okay, so
It's like a manga.
Tetris is very vertical. This is widescreen, so your blocks are falling from the top of the screen, but you're filling them out however you want. across a 16 by 10 grid from anywhere on that plane left to right. You get combos if you stack like different 4s together, or if you kind of string them together or whatever. It's just, I don't know. It's got that puzzle hook that Tetris does that makes you feel a little bit of reward as you're playing it, along with like it's got really good music.
Yeah, I do remember that.
What are you playing on?
Switch, which is a lot of fun. One, because my first exposure to Luminous was on the Vita. Never had a PSP. I didn't buy a PSP until after I bought a Vita because I'm stupid.
Really?
Yeah. Isn't that dumb?
Why'd you do that?
Because the Vita's dead and the PSP is still thriving.
Because I got really into PlayStation Portable stuff with the Vita and then said, oh, that PSP Go looks cool. So I bought a PSP Go like 2 months after the Vita came out. Just to have it.
But the Vita plays PSP games, right?
Sure does, yeah.
Go on. I was just wondering.
You know I'm an idiot, so
I mean,
I don't know why.
I mean, we're all idiots here. No judgment.
You're going to buy Turok.
Yeah.
He already bought Turok, so there.
Deal of the century.
Isabel Sanctuary.
Jesus. But yeah, so that was my first exposure. So to play it on a handheld again feels right. I tried the PS3 version of Luminous, and it just didn't feel. I don't know. I think headphones are kind of an integral experience to this, just because like you get immersed in that world a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. So this is I'm playing it on Switch. They do a thing that's neat with the Joy-Con, where they really take control of the vibe motor in the Joy-Con. But I say that like the first time I played this remastered version, I'm sitting on the couch. We're watching some, I don't even remember.
Roseanne.
It wasn't fucking
Porn.
We were watching no. Whatever. Gordon Ramsay reruns or something. And as we're watching it, like I've got headphones plugged into it and one ear listening to the TV and maintaining conversation, and I'm just kind of tapping along, and I can feel the vibration, and every now and then I'm like conscious of the fact that it's really buzzing. Like really buzzing. You've like felt the Joy-Con when it gets really going, and like that with handheld, I was like, oh god, like I felt like I was gonna break my Switch. And, like not really, but I was like, ooh, is this doing something to the internals of this thing that I'm not expecting? Then I played on the elliptical with a Joy-Con in each hand and the Switch sitting just by itself up on the
Spread Eagle
thing. Spread Eagle. Joy-Con Spread Eagle. That, I mean, is a little weird because I'm on the elliptical, so I'm like in motion, so that feels a little strange. But I think playing it like that with a Joy-Con in each hand, headphones in, maybe not on an elliptical, but you get that like sensation, because that was really cool. Like as the beat is going along and there's like sub beats and different instruments popping in, like the vibe motor kicking in and just like keeping you along. That I like that.
That's cool.
It's fun. There's not a lot to say about it. The port, it looks really nice. It's really pretty.
I mean, sounds like a perfect game for Switch just because of the screen, too. Like it's just more of a widescreen. Is that a better name for it?
Yeah. It works well on there, I think. And this is from Enhanced Games, so it's same folks behind Rez, in the upcoming Tetris Effect.
I can see that.
Tetsuya Mitsuguchi. Yeah. And then State of Decay 2.
Oh.
Okay.
I've been playing a bit of that.
Surprise.
So, I never played the first one. I heard people talk about it a little bit. And I remember when State of Decay 2 got announced. People were pretty excited about it, and I was like, oh, okay, sure. I just didn't know what to expect. And I mentioned it before that my brother was playing it, and he really likes it, and I was like, oh, okay, but the zombie thing, I'm past that shit, man, you know? Like, it's all vampire life over here, you know? And I don't necessarily have time for zombies in my life.
Let me know when Resident Evil 2 comes out.
That's, yeah. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, to me, State of Decay always seemed like a byproduct of zombie culture's popular. Let's cash in on it.
The cool thing about them, though, was I remember for the first one, I was following that company before they even had a game. It was just a website just called Undead Labs or whatever. I was like, all right, they seem fully dedicated to just making a zombie.
They want to do this thing, yeah.
Yeah, like they're serious about it. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got from them.
No, so I really didn't know what to expect walking into this. Even after talking to my brother about it, even after hearing people talk about it, I was like, I don't know what this is. But Game Pass does a really cool thing where not only is it giving you the games like day and date that they're released, but it preloads games so long as you have the
Xbox on.
That's the cool thing. Xbox is kind of always on. Even like there's no rest mode like PS4. It's just kind of there. But as long as you have the storage space to support it. So it auto-downloaded, which I was stoked about. And I fired it up, and because it was like one night, I had like an hour to kill, and it was like, do I want to? And there was nothing really pulling me one way or the other, so I was like, let's do it. So I jump in. You are at the very beginning of the game. You must choose between 4 pairs of people. I forget all of them. One is a boyfriend and a girlfriend. They're 2 folks who met after the apocalypse happened or whatever. They've been kind of going along together.
Glenn and Maggie.
Yeah, right. And it's basically that. Another pair is a brother and a sister. Another pair is 2 girlfriends with the specific description that these 2 girlfriends are kind of always fighting and seem like they're on the verge of a breakup. So they do a couple of things at the beginning of the game before you even are in control of a character to kind of set the stage for, hey, if shit goes bad, you're probably going to feel a lot worse if your sister dies than if somebody you're already fighting with. Like there's those types of things to take into consideration as you choose your character, which is I thought that was a neat thing up front. As soon as you kind of start the opening tutorial, and this might be just for the characters I chose, I really don't know. You're in a little camp that was quarantined where the army was kind of trying to help people get out of there. Well, the army's already left.
Yeah.
And there's a couple people still straggling, but you're there and they're like, oh shit, you look pretty bad. Come on, we'll help you out. So I join up with one army dude and one nurse or doctor. And then we all kind of jump in a car and take off. And you choose whether you want to go to the valley, the canyon. I might be wrong. There's 3 different areas. I went to, I think, the valley. Once you're there, you pick a safe house that looks safe. And you kind of build a fort.
Right.
The gameplay itself is a third-person action game. To kind of, we talked a little bit about those. The core gameplay is really just run, hit, shoot, loot. Beginning and end of it. But there's something addictive about it. Like it doesn't do any particular combat thing. There's no like weird combos where you're like, oh, I feel like you're just beating the shit out of zombies. You're getting a pipe or a hatchet or a fire axe and you're slamming on X and you're just fucking.
Do your weapons have durability?
They do have durability.
Do they break in 3 hits?
Not in 3, but some of them, like there was one where it was pretty low and I was like, okay, let me repair this before I go out. And I cleared out like one house and it was already breaking again. And I was like, fucker. So some of them are a little less durable than others, which is aggravating. But the first house that I got, at first it's like, okay, what do we need? And the game's very good about like flashing on the screen. It's maybe too good at letting you know what you need because you're a little overwhelmed with like, all right, I'm just getting my feet wet and I'm low on meds. I'm low on food. I'm low on bullets. I'm low on this. And my people are upset because there's not enough bathrooms.
Your sim needs to pee.
It's a lot of that stuff. So, but also it doesn't take that long to get going, which is nice because a lot of times in games like that, you're overwhelmed and you're like, I don't know where to start. So you start somewhere. And as you start down one path, it's reminding you, well, that's nice, but also they're going to die. There's this. It was kind of like I ran in one direction and climbed the top of a billboard and looked out. And it was like, oh, there's food there. There's bullets there. There's this there. There's somebody who needs help there. And you can kind of just like go. And it does a thing like Breath of the Wild did, like Horizon did, where you climb up and you build the map yourself rather than the Assassin's Creed style. Here's the map. Just go check off a bunch of shit. So you got to go up, look around, and it doesn't take long. Like I ran into an old shut down pizza shop, killed all the zombies, and I had a bag of pizza to take back. Yay, we got food supplies,
Chuck
right?
E. Cheese?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I took back the mouse. And then right in that same run, I ran up the hill, put the pizza back, and then walked next door to that house, and I got med supplies. It happens pretty organically. And then as you're going, you'll get a little radio call from a nearby neighbor. Funnily enough, the first neighbor that reached out was named Matt. So I felt like at first, the 4 people I'm with, I'm like, we're in this together, but I don't know any of these people, right?
Right.
Then I get a radio call from Matt. And your gut reaction, strangers calling, radio call, zombie. I don't know if I like this guy. And we had just stumbled upon our doctor that we have. She's developed a cure for the blood plague. So if shit goes real bad, I know that doctor can help us cure whatever's going on. Well, then this dude's reaching out. And I'm like, But his name was Matt. So I was like immediately like, okay, I can trust him. And I trusted him. And then I let Matt join the community and it was good. And he was like, hey, you told me pretty quickly about that blood plague. You probably shouldn't tell people about that because they might want it.
That's a Matt move.
It's a Matt move.
Yeah, that's a character.
That's a very tutorial thing.
Yeah.
It's like a Telltale game.
Yeah, and there's a lot of that. Like,
Matt will remember that.
The thing that I'm curious to see what happens. So last night when I played, the shit went down. I got a little too ahead of myself, and I forgot, like, stock up on shit. Don't overwhelm yourself. This is a zombie game with permanent death. So I was out scavenging. And, like, that's the fun part of the game. It's just you go out and you fucking just beat up a bunch of... Yeah, you just beat up a bunch of zombies.
Do you make your character?
No. Which that would add another layer to this, I think, if it had that kind of...
So you're just like does this person have a name and all
You're
that?
one of those, like, 2 pairings, I guess. Yeah.
But even that, like, so I am that 2 pairing.
So you're choosing out of the pairing.
So first you choose out of the pairing. Once you get back to your first home base, you can jump into anyone. And once I recruited Matt, it was like, hey, you want to play as Matt? So now I'm playing as Matt. Yeah.
Okay.
You're fucking...
So, matter of fact, all of my people were fatigued and like I had just run them into the ground. So they're all sleeping and recovering and I had built beds and whatever. So I did have Matt because he was not fatigued because he was the newest to the team. I hadn't worn him out yet. So I took Matt out on a run.
I died, probably.
No. I do have, yeah. All right. So I took Matt out on a run. And as you're kind of out and about, you'll get a radio call. Like I said, like Matt was one of my radio calls. So I had another one from someone who said, hey, help, I'm a little overwhelmed. And I went, all right, I'll go over. So I go over to this bar because I'm feeling pretty, invulnerable is not the right word, but I feel pretty powerful. It doesn't take much, about 4 or 5 hits depending on the zombie to take him out. Even in a cluster where you're kind of swarmed, you can dodge, you can kick if you've leveled up. The more you do a certain thing, the better your character becomes at it. So the more you hack away at a zombie, your star rating goes up on fighting, and you take them out in fewer hits, or you learn the kick ability, or you get a better dodge. Like little things happen. So I feel pretty confident in my abilities with certain characters at this point. So I go in and help. I don't even know his name, and it doesn't matter anymore. Spoiler alert. But as I go in to help dude, I help him. We clear out the room and done. But sometimes with NPCs that you run into, they'll say, "Hey, I got ganged up on while I was in here trying to loot. Would you mind looking out for me for a few seconds while I keep looking through the place? I'll make it worth your while." And you're like, "Well, shit, yeah, my camp actually needs bullets or this or whatever. So yeah, I'll stay and hang out." So as you do that, more zombies are coming because dude's looting, and it's just the mission mechanic. So I had one of those missions before. And the way I handled that one was I was vigilant. I was like, oh, okay, they're coming, I'm killing. And it went pretty well. And I knew that it went well. So this time with this guy, I was like, he's looting. I'll loot too. Why not? And with looting in this game, there's looting where you hold down Y and the little circle fills slowly. Once it fills, then you open it up and you can see what's inside. There's also fast looting where you hold LB as you're looting and it'll move a little bit faster. But at the risk of, at any moment, as that bar's filling, it could just make a noise and draw a bunch of attention to your location. Right? Because when you first do it, you're like, why wouldn't I just do fast loot? That's why.
Does that thumps reset your bar?
It pauses the bar. If you let go because you're startled, it resets the bar.
Damn. Okay.
But it will continue. It pauses it, and then it'll
just
keep
like
going. Just like that. So dude's looting. I look. 1, 2 zombies. Not too bad. Kill. Time for me to loot. So I'm looting, and boy, is it taking too long. Time to fast loot. Here they come.
Son of a bitch.
All right. I got 3 coming in. That's all right. I got him. And just because the dude asked me to help cover his back doesn't mean he's helpless. He's still hacking away at him too. It's all right. He hacks him. I hacks him. Done. Move on. He loots. I loot. They come. I shoot. Then they just keep coming. And they keep coming. And for some reason, he climbs to the top of this little like skid or stack of pallets. And they're all up there too. And I guess it was just the way the physics loaded or the way they were kind of stacked on that thing and crawling. He got overwhelmed. And I saw an animation by the character I had never seen in the game before. He was just struggling for help and screaming for help. And I'm trying to make my way over to him, but there's different types of zombies. And they're not as prevalent as Left 4 Dead, where like...
Left 4 Dead.
They're not as prevalent in Left 4 Dead, where like every level in Left 4 Dead, you were like, cool, I got a boomer, I got a witch, I got a screamer. But they will pop up from time to time. So there's a screamer in this game. You know very quickly because they look like Nosferatu, but they have bright pink eyes. And they, as you would expect, scream. And as they scream, more zombies come. So dude's getting like pummeled on top of this little stack of pallets. Screamers in there. Zombies are coming in. I'm still looting. I'm just kidding. I'm not looting. I'm fighting at this point, but I'm overwhelmed. And zombie. He's overwhelmed. Then I'm kind of panicking. Then I notice my blood plague meter's filling up. And oh shit, if your blood plague meter fills up, what happens? Then my health is ticking down. My stamina's I can't keep my stamina up because I'm just swing. And I don't know what to do. I pull the gun out. I kill the screamer. Great. Another screamer in its place. It just keeps fucking coming and it doesn't stop. And I'm like, something's got to give, right? Well, something gave and the zombies ate that guy. So he's dead now. It was the first time I witnessed someone die. They also knocked me all the way down. My blood plague meter filled all the way up. And I found out what happens. You get real sick and you can't really move. So I happened to like manage my way out of there one by one and get back to a car and drive back to base. And I put him in the infirmary and just let the thing run its course.
Yeah, it makes it sound like you'd get infected.
It's yes, you get infected. If you don't heal that infection within 3 hours in game time, done, dead forever.
So what's the save mechanic in this game? Like, couldn't you like? If you were, like you were just talking about when your blood plague thing went up, couldn't you just be like, oh, I'll just load whatever?
It kind of autosaves.
You're kind of always online, right? Not always online, but
it's whatever you do is permanent. Like there's no
so there's no like save slots. It's just that one.
It'll probably
it's
make
just
you
that one.
play as another character at your camp, and then you can go probably back to that place and find your old self dead there or something.
So yeah, like I had a character die finally. But it just said like choose another character, and I did, and then my morale of my camp was really low, and like I was wondering like because my morale was medium for a lot of the game, nobody ever really got happy, and the morale was low for various reasons, right? And I would try this, try that, do this, do that, and things would bump it up, and it would tell you the reason for low morality is like well, we didn't answer one of the radio calls, and this guy's kind of sad about that. He feels bad for the survivors out there. So morale's -10. Or we're low on bullets, so everyone's kind of stressed out about that. And what if we don't get the protection we need? But last night, after the dude died, our meds were low. I got somebody else killed in another mission. Morale was really low. And I was like, whatever. Like, what's gonna happen? Well, what happens is your fucking people start getting pissy with each other and beating the shit out of each other at the fucking home base. So there's just like drunk bum fights happening back at the base. It's a whole...
Do you have to have a home base?
Yes. Yeah, you do.
Can you move between bases?
So...
Is there multiple?
I've unlocked... Like, my home base is a house, and I've unlocked another house, but it treats it as an outpost. So I don't know if I have a secondary home base just yet, but I'm working on it.
Because I wouldn't care. Like, I would like to try without not having anybody. It's just you.
I wonder if you could do that.
From what I've heard of this game, that is not the thing.
It seems very community based because you want someone who's good at this and someone who's good at that.
I'm gonna say, isn't the second one? Isn't that co-op?
Yeah, like I told my brother I started playing it and he was like, "Oh, cool, we should jump on together."
Yeah, because the first one was supposed to be and it wasn't.
Guess what I could do?
Right. I mean, it's available on Xbox and PC. Like you could jump in.
But okay, that when you were first talking about that was why I was on my phone. I was trying to see where I could buy it on PC because it's not on Steam.
You could buy it on the Windows Store because it'll be an Xbox.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's through...
Is that still a thing? Windows Store?
Windows Store, or if you buy Game Pass, that is a game available on Game Pass.
Yeah,
so instead of spending $60 on it, if you want to try it out for a month or two, that's $10 or $20.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about that. State of Decay kind of intrigued me.
Yeah.
I heard it's a very spreadsheet-heavy game, which depending on the game, that's very me or not me. And from what I just heard, I'm more intrigued to try it and then even maybe hop into your game and do a loot
because
mission.
Like it was another thing. Like last night, like I said, like we ate at the top of the podcast. I brought it up, but like we ate separately. Like I just ate on the couch. Katie was working and eating as she was working. We weren't like having a dinner together. And then we got done. I was like, "Hey, how much longer are you gonna be working? Like, should I put a show on? What's the deal?" She's like, "I don't know, half hour, maybe." I don't know. I was like, "All right, I'm gonna go jump in." And I knew I had. It didn't matter if I had 15 minutes or 3 hours. I knew I could jump into that game and do something. Whether I ran to a building, killed a couple things, and at least gained some influence for my character. That's the kind of currency in the game. You gain influence, and then you spend that influence to take over an outpost or to trade with another survivor.
Everyone's Negan by the end of it.
Yeah. And it's just really fun. Gunplay feels good. Everything feels just right. Like, it doesn't do it where you're like, this is the way it should be fucking done. Yeah. But I don't feel like I'm fighting with it the way that I hear you describe Quantum Break, where you're like, ugh. Like, this all feels appropriate for what the game is. Because they're regular ass people in a regular ass town in a fucked up scenario, but I don't know. It feels.
I will tell you this. Any mark you find with a K, you kill. That's what the K stands for.
So I haven't,
if you find a Marcus,
yeah,
save them, because I doubt you'll find a Mark with a C.
What if I find a Marcus with a K?
I have never seen that. You double tap that.
So, yeah.
Like, as soon as I say hi, just shoot him twice in the head.
I haven't explored the option of just like murdering someone.
I'm sure you can.
But I haven't tried. I did have someone. There was a side mission I had where somebody said, "Hey, help!" and I went to go help them, and they were like doing this a little bit. And listener, you can't see, but I'm swaying. And my character was like, "Are you drunk?" And she's like,
"For you,
it's 5 o'clock somewhere." Like, it was just and those people in the apocalypse, her and her whole survivors group, their whole thing is like, yo, fuck food, fuck medicine. We're making fucking booze. Let's get tanked. So I had a side mission where they were like, you want to come help us? Because we need to get materials so we can get fucking drunk. And I went to go try and help her. I needed the XP so I needed to get a second base because I had one fewer beds than people. So I'm going to help them. And that was when my dude died. And I was like, oh shit, okay. So my dude died. overwhelmed in a situation.
Don't
And
need the XP anymore.
huh?
Don't need the XP anymore. You don't have an extra. Don't need the extra bed.
Fair. But I was like, well, I can go get a Shake Shack or something. You know, I can go get something. So I took over and I looked on the map and I was like, oh, I guess I dropped that mission, or it doesn't seem like that person's still out there. I don't know what's happening. So I was like, well, I'm just going to keep wandering, and I assume that like the NPC will just return back to their home base and the mission will reprompt itself because I clearly failed it, right? Well, at some point I just hear a scream and I turn around and that girl from that mission is just being devoured, and there was nothing I could do to stop it. And it was like, hey, she's dead, and the mission just disappeared. It didn't say you failed. They didn't like glorify it or anything. It was like
It just grew a little faint and tiptoed off your screen.
not even. It was just gone. It was just like she was dead, and it was like, hey, so and so died, and I was like, oh, and it's she's not following you anymore because when you like work with someone, it calls them a follower of you, and it was like she's not. She died. She's not a follower. And I was like, ooh, okay. And like nobody from their camp said anything. It was just, all right. That's the reality of it. Oh,
That's wild.
You could have took over their camp.
maybe right. Like and that's the next. I think it's gonna get there. I'm not sure, but I've been.
This game sounds
fun.
dude.
It's pretty. I like it a lot. I didn't expect to like it as much as I am.
Though, where is...
I'm waiting to like. I really want to like just get the game, maybe get going, and just hop in with you. Like I don't see this being like my base and my story, but I can definitely see myself like just like playing it with someone.
Yeah, for sure.
But, like, what part of America does this take place in? Because I never heard of.
The valley,
Decay
the
as a
desert. I'm
state.
assuming. Oh, you were going for something there. I was assuming California.
George Decay.
Oh, my.
Do you get it?
Yeah, that's a Star Trek reference. I get it.
So time-wise, we're running a little low. Which is exciting because we talked about a lot of good games that we played this week.
Can I ask? It's very news related, and it's the Ben Barris Shenmue 3 update.
Oh boy.
Did it get delayed again?
No, this is so. I'm in a pickle. Not even a pickle. I just love pickles. But if one of your favorite game series is about to go Kickstarter live, and then one of the things it's like you sign up. You know, I mean, have any of you ever done something on Kickstarter?
No.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you're aware. Then you can have your name plastered in the credits.
Sure. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Do you use your full name? Is that a thing?
I have used my full name in a documentary about Minecraft.
So using your full name's a real it's a thing to do because like on the forum
You don't
it's
have
like,
to, but you can.
No, but I mean should I? I mean because I don't mind it, but I'm still like I just feel weird putting
Well, what else
Ben
would you
Barris in a game.
yeah.
I mean, here's the thing.
Would you just write like Wibbles and like 69420 is your last name?
So I
Yeah,
think
no.
Just put Greek Ben if you're that worried about it.
I've
I'm not
done
worried
it.
about it. I just want to know like the etiquette.
So
in a
like
way.
I think my name is in the credits of Amplitude, and it's just Joe Dix. But I think I've backed other things as the free cheese.
Okay.
Depending on what it was. Like I didn't just do that for some random thing, but there was like something I did. I don't know what it was. That might have just been a donation or something. But I've done things like in the name of the free cheese.
Yeah. I feel like
Are you I don't know this maybe no I don't know but like are you back no clip right?
Yeah.
Are you at that tier where you get your name
No,
and credit?
no,
Okay,
no.
all right. That's why
No.
I looked for a Dixie cup before, but
I've thought about jumping to that tier, but
no, I feel like if it's something that you're really passionate about, you should probably just use your own like full name. But if it's something that's just like goofy or whatever, just put whatever you want.
there's that. But I also want to say, have you ever looked at those credits for
You're right.
Kickstarter?
I haven't.
So I remember when Hyperlight Drifter happened.
Is
Our
that
friend,
Kickstarter?
it was Kickstarter,
Yeah.
and our friend Jovi kickstarted that game. And when I beat it, I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna look for Jovi's name because he kickstarted it." And I found it, but it took me for fucking ever, and I had to like fast forward through the credits and then pause and rewind, which they included
like-
that feature because of how many fucking names were in there. So even though your name is in there, there's so many fucking names.
Okay.
Especially for the game that, remember that Bloodstained was the record breaker for Kickstarter and until Shenmue. So the amount of people whose names are going to be in that credit, you could put Buttfuck, Dr. McButtfuck.
Well, that's what I put, so it doesn't.
And yeah. But I
Dr.
also
Greek Ben.
but I also think, like, historical sake, like, you are a fan of Shenmue, right? So I'll put it this way. If I were backing the next fucking
Kingdom Hearts,
I would, you know what I mean? Like, I would feel a sense of pride in that. Like, I helped bring this to life, so maybe I put my name in it. And
All right, yeah, I'll just, because I don't know, it felt weird because I had the form. They sent out the form this morning.
yeah.
And it says pick whatever console or PC, whatever.
I'll put it like this: if fucking Activision really wants a Kickstarter for Crash Bandicoot, this motherfucker's full name
Okay.
at the top
Even
of
back
the credits.
That sums it up.
The top of the credits, that there's a pay tier
I
for
like
that.
Bitch, have my social security number. No, kidding.
Twice. That will be my username, the social security number.
So speaking of games we love, we're going to do something a little different this week. And we have a question of the week for the first time in a while. Our question comes from our friend, Matt Sellner. And the question is, which game can you return to again and again without growing tired of it? And I felt this is an important question this week, or maybe not important, but a relevant question this week. I've been watching a lot of Summer Games Done Quick, which, if you don't know, is the annual speed running competition that happens for about the course of 11 days, 8 days, something like that.
It's a charity event, right?
Charity event,
Yeah.
non-stop
Borders
marathon.
Of that Doctors Without Borders, the other way. Yeah.
That's their main charity. Yeah. There's also Awesome Games Done Quick, which happens in January. This one happens now. And it's a marathon. It starts in the middle of the night 1 week and goes for about a week and some change. So I've been watching a lot of that and seeing a lot of my favorite games being broken open in ways that I haven't imagined and in ways that I've seen before because they've done them in previous years. But it's always a fascinating thing, and it's always like, man, is there... And I've been watching that thinking to myself, like, is there a game I could play ad nauseum? That... Because they don't sit down and go, got this. Like, that's what they do, is play these games over and over and over again, trying this and trying that until they get the exact frame perfect thing. So I thought this was a good question, even without that context, but especially with that context. Which game can you return to again and again without growing tired?
Well, I mean, off the top of my head, there's like handfuls upon handfuls of games I can think of, but just to connect to this episode, I was talking about Resident Evil earlier. I mean, I played it when it first came out on GameCube.
Yeah.
And when I played it when I was on GameCube, I did Jill's run and then I did Chris's run. That was it. Then I put it back in its case and then forgot all about it. This time playing through it, even though it's the second time, well, technically my third time playing through as Jill, I'm not bored of it. So I honestly feel like I could just play this game over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Because there's always those little things, how it kind of explained what you were just talking about. You try to find that perfect segment or frame. But earlier when I said I was spending 30 minutes just trying to knock out those 2 zombies by the save chest so I wouldn't lose any health or spend a lot of bullets on it. So, yeah, just to relate to this episode, I will just, off the bat, Resident Evil Remake.
Yeah.
Now, are we counting games where it's you like playing it, but it's only when you're in the mood for it, or is it just so let's say, for example, I like The Legend of Zelda for NES.
Yeah.
I played it, beat it, but then I don't want to play it for a couple months, and then
my answer...
I think
if it helps you out, my answer I had returned back to for 3 years at this point, but that when I could easily see myself falling back into it.
I think
right
that's
now.
I think Tetris is one where, for me,
sure, yeah.
you put Tetris in front of me, I'm not gonna not play it and have a good time.
Okay.
But that's not my answer to this question. My answer to this question is that game where every couple of years, or maybe it's every 12 months or whatever, I'm like, oh, fuck, I gotta play that. Or when I do play it, I'm like, man, this feels good to be back in this.
Okay. Yeah.
I love playing this game.
Okay. Cool.
What's that answer?
Hotline Miami, hands down.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
a good
yeah,
one.
yeah.
It's a good game. It's a
Like
good game.
like the first one, I feel like I can almost speed run through.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you
That's
can.
GDQ, baby.
But that
Let's
game-
go.
but
Let's
that-
submit.
That game is very random with its placements.
No, fuck that. That's
Yeah.
all right. You just talk about the RNG.
Yeah, but the second one is it makes you want to take breaks, just because how long-winded some of those levels
very-
can be.
Paced differently, yeah.
Yeah, but I still love it for the lore and everything. But even though that game isn't really about story. But yeah, just the first one, you could give it to me on any platform, and I just know how to adapt and go right into it. So like I just skip all the little mid parts where
I remember that day you came over and you fired it up on my PS4. For no reason. It was just there and you were there.
I just
And
want to see how far I could get.
I don't even remember. I think it was back when I smoked, so I was just like chain smoking and having coffee, and you were like, I'm gonna, and I like turn around, and you're like, I'm at the end. It's like a fucking hour went by.
It's a
I'm
short
like,
game, but like, yeah, I love doing the Tony runs.
Yeah.
Because when you wear the Tony mask, you just kill with your punches.
Yeah.
I was like, that might be a baby mode for some, but that's just really fun.
I remember there was just like one night with that game, and it may even span into like a Friday, Saturday weekend night. Like I just spent so much time with that game, just like fucking just. I just want to see this game is so much fun. I want to see it through to the end. And it's something that I even revisited a little bit on my Vita. To an extent.
Yeah.
It's just an amazing game. Really, the first one. I never really completed the second one, but that first one is just
the way it does,
borderline masterpiece in my opinion.
The way it's so like simplistic, yet it keeps you addicted with its respawn. The way how that works with the checkpoints, it's so fast.
Yep.
And it's just like, all right, I died. Just go do this
keep
again.
going.
Go to the oven, grab that pot of boiled water, throw the pot, keep going.
I
You
think the first
literally
time I played
die.
it was on Vita.
You hold the direction you need to go and hit A or X or whatever you're playing on, and just as soon as it spawns, you're just moving that way. Like
Yeah.
The craziest is I believe with mouse and keyboard, because locking one feels easier with that because you just click on the mouse wheel and you'll just stay targeted to that one thing. Because I think the console versions it switches between people, no, I think they have it where you can click on the stick.
I don't remember.
I think you click on the right stick and move it.
Or square. Well, something. Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't take us long to target people with PC.
I played that game the same year I created all those wrestlers, so it's been a while.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's something I can get to every year, anytime. It's kind of like with Tetris or something.
Yeah. Just when it happens, I'm not gonna not be okay with it.
Oh god, there's so many.
I mean, there's a
fucking
lot.
games.
Yeah, but then I have like my Zelda games where it's like, it's about that time of the year to play that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Hotline.
Matt.
I think my definitive answer. I thought about this a little bit, but just Resident Evil 4.
That was another one of mine I was going to say.
It's just that, man, like, one, that was kind of like my first Resident Evil game. Two, being fucking scared of literally anything that makes me a jump scare. Once I found the enemy placement in that game, I was able to enjoy the mechanics of that game. And it just turned into this thing where I just kept playing it. And when I got into that game, there was literally a 2-month phase where I would just keep fucking just beating the game, trying to get the Tommy gun, trying to get the ultimate or the unlimited rocket launcher.
Yeah, getting all that.
And there's all that, and then like every time this is the scary part. Every time it gets released onto a new platform, I think about buying it.
Yeah, same.
Because it's
So
been a
good,
while
though.
since I beat that game, and I don't want to plug an old YouTube channel here, but my YouTube channel, there was a period of time where I tried to do an ultimate walkthrough of what collectibles to get, when to cash them in, how to speed run through enemies, or which enemies to kill, or whatever. And then I ultimately have my own kind of run in my head of all right, this is the weapon I need to get here, this is the handgun I need to get here, this is when I get by the stock for the Red 9.
That's definitely what spawned the mercenaries. Man.
And I'm scared to fucking death of the oh my god, what are they called?
Is it the regenerators?
Yes, the regenerators. I'm scared to fucking death of them, but I know exactly what I need to do. I need to go into that fucking frozen room to get the scope, the thermal scope, exactly, and just shoot out the fucking hearts.
Yeah.
And then there was even a point in time, I can't do it anymore, but there was probably a point in time where I could do it without the thermal scope, and I knew where all the hearts were.
Nice.
It's been a while since that day, but
it's a good game, man.
Nah, man, oh my god, I can't.
I remember getting the Resident Evil 2 outfit for him. I was like, yeah, I'm complete.
And I never had a GameCube. It was the PS2 version, which was like the inferior version.
That was like the director's cut, wasn't it? The PS2 version, like it had an extra cutscene or whatever.
But the cutscenes, the actual like cinematic cutscenes,
I think you had the Ada missions.
GameCube was an engine, so whatever costumes you had, where you were in those costumes, PS2 you were always back to the original ones. But the PS2 had the there is an Ada Wong mission in the GameCube version, but there's an actual like Ada Wong saga in the PS2 version. And that's about 3 chapters or 4 chapters long or whatever.
I'm not sure if it took place before the game.
During
the game. Okay.
Yeah, it makes, because of the cutscenes, like you do something that leads the cutscene of where Leon and Ada met. Man, that game's just fucking awesome.
Did you play Resident Evil 2 yet?
I played a lot of it.
Okay.
I actually played it recently on my Vita.
I was wondering.
I didn't complete it, but I was getting there. I moved through the sewer and the police station.
Okay. Because I remember before we talked about it, you were in talks of playing it again, and then you asked me about spiders. So
I got past the spiders.
Yeah.
Fuck them, but I got past it. I don't know, man. Just weirdly enough, as much as I fucking hate horror games, and I saw the gameplay demo for Resident Evil 2, and I was like, oh my god, this game is dark now. You need a flashlight. I kind of want to play it again. I want to see a liquor, but not really see a liquor until it's eating me alive. Great.
So good.
I can't wait. But yeah, Resident Evil 4. Yeah, I think that's my
game.
definitive answer for this question.
I only ever played that on Wii.
Sorry.
No, not
No,
sorry.
it was good.
No, not sorry.
I just never.
You probably had the best aiming.
I played it on Wii as well.
No, I'm saying
I didn't complete on Wii, but I played
Even
it on
with like
Wii.
motion controls.
I liked
made
it.
it better.
I liked it with motion
It
control.
kind of made it better.
To their advantage, to Wii's advantage, it was a lot faster to aim to the head.
Correct.
Okay.
Because I remember that taking a while to get the laser.
Oh yeah.
But other than that,
Yeah, I don't remember having a bad. Oh man, sorry. I don't remember having a bad time. It was definitely like, I remember everyone being really stoked that it was coming to Wii because of their experience on GameCube and on PS2 and whatever. And I was like, I don't fucking know. My PS2 days were spent playing Tony Hawk and fucking breaking bottles and shit, you know?
In the woods?
In the woods. Matt gets it. To that end.
So wait, was Tetris, that was your pick?
No. I thought it would be, but it's not. My gut reaction to this question was Symphony of the Night, because that's the one where I'm like drawn to it, like the fucking full moon. Just, it's time. It's time I return. And even when I like, there was something recently where I was like, I just watched someone play it, which I don't really watch a lot of. You know what I mean? Like, I'll watch speed runs or shit like that, but I was just like watching shit. Because it was just like, I needed that game, but I didn't have the energy to play it. I know that feeling. I wanted to just fuck off.
I do that all the fucking time.
So I watch weird shit. Like, I watch someone play it with the luck code in or whatever and just see what that looks like. Or just like, that game I can never get tired of. I've been playing that game for 20 years. And it just, there's always something different. Like, every playthrough, even though it always ends in the same way, even though I'm always hoping I get the... Well... The way I play, it always ends in the same way. I make sure I get the right, But, like, there's always a different weapon. Or there's always a thing where I'm like, which weapon did I end up with? It was this one, right? And it's like, no. Or I changed the color of Joseph's cloak, you know? Because that's the mood I'm in. One time I wanted to look like Bruce Wayne, so that's what I went for. Now, nah, something else. But it just, like, something's always different. I can never not.
I mean,
get
when I
tired of
first
that game.
joined the website, like, your love for that game, and it was October. It was the perfect fucking mood. I was like, I need to play one of these games, and I can totally see how each run is a little bit different every time.
Yeah, like even like you can skip areas, you can go 200.6% completion, you can do whatever makes sense for you in that moment. But I just, even if I get through it and like I only play the opening bit, I only get partway through the inverted, or not even the inverted, just the regular castle, it's still like, it feels good to play that game. Just run through and just cut shit, listen to the music, and
I've actually been listening to the soundtrack a lot recently.
it's so good.
Have you seen any Sega Saturn playthroughs of it yet?
Oh yeah.
It's interesting.
There's a lot of weird shit with that Saturn version.
Yeah.
That whole cut area that's out. Yeah, it's neat. The Maria playthroughs are also really weird, and yeah.
I mean, even our little series, like, we're not done with it. We're gonna be Dracula.
Yeah.
We're gonna throw it out there.
Yes.
If someone else at this table was an Alucard, that would be Alucard.
Yep.
I'm very happy with Soma, though.
Yeah.
I got a neat little vacuum.
Well, yeah, we got to beat Dracula with Dracula, so.
That's true.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the other answer.
Oh
is-
my god, his name is Dracula spelled backwards?
What?
Oh my god.
I think the other.
Wait.
Nuh-uh.
No.
No, we're not
Dude,
doing
I
this.
swear to God, I just realized it.
No.
Alucard?
Yeah.
Dracula? Yeah, girl.
I'm glad we could share this moment with you.
I am too.
I just thought Alucard was a dope ass name, dude.
It is
I
a dope
swear
ass
to God.
name.
I mean, it's
No,
a dope
it is
name.
literally Dracula spelled backwards.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. No
Wow.
doubt.
It got even doper.
I feel accomplished with
And
my
then
gaming
when
career
he's in
now.
his alter ego of Genya Aricado, it's like a broken English version of Alucard. Alucardo.
Dude,
Now I don't know what to name this episode.
just name it Alucard backwards.
Well, I had something in mind, but now I'm thinking.
That's wild.
Yeah, man.
I can't believe you didn't know
I know.
I
that.
didn't know that.
Yep.
Like, I'm so late to the Castlevania series amongst all of us at the table, and I knew that.
Oh, man.
Also, Tony Hawk, man. Like, how can you not play?
Which one? Bless you.
I'm going to be in a minority here. 4.
You are definitely in the minority.
I know. It was just the one I really just like that free skate and just going from person to person without any pressure. It was just, I could maybe knock out a line and see my score.
4 was good, though. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, but it ain't 3.
Look, I know I said I was going to be in the minority.
I want to give 2 runners up.
2?
Well, because one's a shoe-in, I think, for everybody.
I'm saying 2
Well,
is my
The
favorite.
free space is Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
That's just the, give
Is
it.
Waluigi in it, though?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, he is.
I think
Playable? I don't know.
I think 2
Whoops.
2 is always the answer, but then 3 added reverts and had some dope levels and a fucking badass soundtrack.
Yeah, but also remember, 2 added
awesome.
manuals.
I know.
Yeah.
Can I also be that guy that says Underground?
Underground's dope.
I
like,
love
you're not
Underground.
wrong.
I feel like Underground. It was
What's that
great,
guy's name? Eric? He's a fucking
Eric, yeah.
But that was,
bastard.
but no, Underground. From my personal experience, that was the sign of, oh shit, Tony Hawk. It's not gonna. It's going downhill after this. Like this is like
Downhill Jam.
Underground was a good new direction.
Mark, you fuck.
No.
yeah, but
Underground 2.
I didn't fuck with Underground 2.
By the time
Underground 2 is
Underground
not
2
good.
happened, it was like, oh shit.
There's a lot of Bam
But I-
Margera and
but-
Mini. No.
Look, I don't want to be a cunt here, but I felt that with 4.
Man, that's what I'm gonna say.
Because in 4, you had weird specials where it was like the fucking, I don't remember what they called it, Uncle Sam, and you're like making literal fireworks happen as you're doing a grind.
Yeah, but
And
then
that-
Bam's special in 3 was the board hit his face, and it was called the Jackass.
Was he in 3?
He
Was that
wasn't 3, right?
He wasn't.
You
until
mean his
4.
special
Or,
wasn't-
sorry.
Was that 4?
Oh,
That's what I'm
I
thinking.
think he was in 4. He's definitely in Underground 1.
But I
that
think
might be his
really?
first
4 is when it
appearance.
got all. 4 is when you were sketching behind cars and elephants and God knows what the fuck else.
I remember reading about 4 in like in EGM.
Yeah.
And they were saying like, oh, you get to play basketball in the middle of a skate
Yeah, it
run.
was
Yeah,
like-
that was weird.
That was weird.
My thing about 4 was I didn't have the pressure of the 2 minutes. I can kind of do whatever the fuck
Yeah,
I wanted.
opening it up, the free skate nature of that was
and going
dope.
to
Permanent
challenge
free
to
skate, 'cause
challenge.
free skate-
And then maybe give you the choice of like, all right, you don't have to skate from challenge to challenge. You could like look in the main menu whenever you haven't completed yet. You can just hit X and just jump right to that part of the level.
Yeah, and
just
that's
go. That was my thing. I always felt rushed or pressured or whatever with 1, 2, and 3. I mean, 1 has the dopest level in Warehouse. Let's just be real. With school.
I don't know, man. We might have to have
one?
that's a whole different podcast.
Tony Hawk 1?
Tony Hawk 1, Warehouse.
best Tony Hawk.
That's next episode's question. Best
Just
Tony Hawk level.
best-
Well,
Tony
see,
Hawk level.
the majority of my Tony Hawk time was in the first one for 64.
Yeah.
So Warehouse
Played the
Warehouse.
fuck out
for
of
me.
64.
Warehouse, yeah.
Goldfinger.
Yeah.
You know.
That was really jarring playing Tony Hawk on PS1 for the first time after being an N64 kid and being like, I'm in
Yeah.
Downhill Jam or whatever the fuck the level is. Why isn't Dead Kennedys playing? Where's Police Truck? What's happening?
Oh, really?
Or why is Police Truck happening in Warehouse? Because yeah, the PS1 version, they just played the tracks one after the other. They weren't tied to the level as they were in N64.
Yeah, because I just remember you fucking.
This level is this song. This level is that
Goldfinger.
song.
Yeah,
and you
but-
only get to hear a minute
Okay,
and 39
so-
seconds of it.
Goldfinger.
Yeah.
The N64 version, it only had like the first half of the song on loop.
Yeah, but that
Yeah.
was like
The last
22.
yeah, when I played the PS1 version, it was like Primus. Jay was a race
Yep.
car driver. Had no lyrics in the N64 version.
Yep.
I think
Oh,
it said the
yeah.
chorus.
Yeah.
No, because the PS1 version had every song to the full, but like
Which is weird because
the
I never.
N64 version had them cut because of
Yeah.
memory issues.
That's so weird. Like I didn't know that at the time, and I didn't know who Primus really was. I didn't know that they were responsible for South Park. even
Right,
though
right.
I heard the theme when I wasn't supposed to watch it. But just hearing that as like just background music, like an instrumental version, it still was pretty good.
No, it was great the way they handled it, but
Because I don't remember it as what's the song called again?
Jay was a
Jay
race
was
car
a race
driver.
car, yeah.
Right. I just hear it as bow 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 bow
Yeah.
bow. Like that's the title
Yeah.
of the song for me.
Or it's that stage. It's synonymous with that
Yeah.
stage. You know, it's yeah.
I think that's the next question. Best Tony Hawk level.
I'm gonna put a reminder in for
Well,
next week.
my real runner-up was Turtles in Time. After.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Hyper Snow Ice. Sorry. I had to bring it up.
It's okay. Still Turtles.
Sorry.
Have
me
you
and
guys
Mark
w-
out Warehouse next week?
Have you guys watched any Summer Games Done Quick? Speaking
A
of
little bit.
which,
I watched
Yeah.
Four Swords last night.
oh,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love
It
that
was-
game.
I didn't like watch it. It was in the background, but I was playing Destiny Dornet Crucible, so I was like watching between.
I want to replay
Yeah.
that game so bad.
Destiny.
No.
Whoops.
No.
No, I know. Yeah.
Faction rallies going on.
Four
I'm
Swords
trying
is
to
great.
get the orbit,
Yeah.
Mark.
I if I can recommend some runs, the Sonic 3 and Knuckles run, mind blowing. Like the shit they do to that game, the precision they have to have is just fucking nuts. Matt and I had lunch together the other day, as we are to do. We watched the Doom 2016 run. I did
The
not.
fucking rail jumps, man. Just
The rail jumps and the fact that if you position yourself in the right way during a glory kill, you just glitch through the wall. So you just skip checkpoints, you skip everything, and it's fucking nuts. I had
and the
no
entire
idea.
time they have the frame counter up, so everything's running at like 200 frames per second. And they say like, "Hey, the glory kill thing or the rail jump thing does not work unless you're at a high frame."
And then he's like, "Oh, I had some low frames," and you look and it was like 145. And it's like,
All right, go scream somewhere.
yeah, it was like, God.
Yeah,
damn.
so like that's one of those runs where like I think it's the same run throughout the entire thing, but if you watch the first 15 minutes, you're like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. Pikmin 3 was another good one. I was watching that at lunch the other day, and I remember playing Pikmin 3. I remember getting my Wii U in February. I remember we got a big snowstorm, and Katie and I were off work for a few days. And I remember prior to the snowstorm, we were like, we're going to the store, and we're getting a whole fucking chicken and a fucking liter of whiskey. And
That's what we're doing tonight, right?
Yes. And we made a whole chicken and drank a liter of whiskey and endured the snowstorm. But I remember she fell asleep at some point, and I was like, I'm playing Pikmin 3. And it took me that whole snowstorm and then some change to beat Pikmin 3. And I watched a motherfucker beat it in 58 minutes. And the shit that he did was just impressive.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know we're talking about games we like to play, but there are some games / runs I like to watch. The Bonesaw Jack and Daxter, dude.
That's a really good one.
Like, I can't. What's that, from 2014?
Something like that, yeah.
God. Dude.
Wow.
It's
That
not
was
even a good speed run. It's just entertaining.
Yeah.
I can't.
Hey, sometimes that's okay.
Also, another shout out to the Metroid Zero Mission 4-player race. That was pretty good. Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't know. I don't want to break kayfabe, but do you all know what kayfabe is?
I don't know what that means.
No.
It's a wrestling term for story.
Oh boy.
So, like, if Vince McMahon got hurt, it's like, did he get hurt in real life or kayfabe?
Oh, I've heard of that
Yeah.
before.
So
Yeah.
I don't want to break kayfabe here, but on the night we're recording the Prey speed run, I'm very curious to watch that. I hope that's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was at like 7:00 tonight.
Yeah, I think we missed
I'm
it
gonna
'cause
watch
we-
that at some point. The game's really good, and I can very see that being a very interesting speed run.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. Yeah, that's it. We'll be back next time with another thrilling episode. We'll be back to our... I mean, it makes no difference for the recorder or for the listeners. We're the recorders. They're the listeners. Recorders are actually things you play in 3rd grade. Then you never touch again because they end up at the top of your closet in the fucking shoebox that...
But if you wait long enough, a tornado comes and takes you to the next level. Or dungeon.
Or if you play it long enough, you end up on Sony stage introducing Ghost of Tsushima. This has been the Free Cheese episode 254. If you like this episode, you can find it and the rest of our episodes over there on thefreecheese.com, where you can usually find some video content. But spoiler alert, we're recording the podcast on the night we normally do some video content, so no new video content this week. But soon, we'll have a look at some Mario Tennis Aces. We should
Correct.
probably look at Luminous. State of Decay. We got a whole bunch of stuff we'll get chipping away at. Follow us on Twitter. The Free Cheese is at @SomeFreeCheese. Ben is at SevBenz. Marc is at @Aug_Mental. Matt is at MattyIce131, and I am at The Free Cheese. That's it. Go speed run some games. Cook with your Slim Jims. Be with your Slim Jims. Become a Slim Jim. That's it. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Marc. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, listener, for listening. We'll see you next time.